Sports Encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. You said from day one you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Rich. You got the belt around you. Smitty and Jason Brown. Coach JB Show.
What up? We are in the building. Smitty and I on the realest show on planet Earth, powered by BetUS. So make sure you head on over to BetUS today and pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Our promo code is Coach JB, and you can use it tomorrow for all prop bets and bets. As well as the NBA is in full swing for the meaningless play-in tournament that's going on. You can bet that as well. But don't miss it tomorrow because we got a loaded show tomorrow. It is T-Rich Thursday tomorrow. Trent Richardson will be joining us tomorrow with Steve Kim as we break down the Lions-Packers game, which is going to be a very, very instrumental one in the NFC North and the NFC. And we're going to break that down, and it'll be powered by BetUS. So we'll do a whole betting segment tomorrow on that Thursday. So pound that like and subscribe. Become a member today. Smitty just died, so I don't know what happened to him. Got some technical difficulties going on today. I don't know why, but everyone's camera's been messed up today apparently, so we're going to break it down. You good?
I'm perfect.
My shit was messed up too. Bailey had to restart me earlier.
It's something going on. Ever since they tried to hack
we got in early, though. You came late. BPS, you come late, and then you have to leave the show because you're not prepared. We came in early, and then we found out we had some fucked up, and then we fixed it. See, it's different. White, black.
I had my whole thing set up. The whole thing was set up. I had to go in there and take a number 2, JB. Every morning I got to take a number 2. And
that's our problem. That's your problem, homie.
I know. I'm just telling you what it is, though. You know what I mean? And you probably say, take it earlier, do it earlier. My body ain't ready earlier. I got to do what my body says I'm ready. So I have to go in there and do it. It's what it is. I'm ready to go. I'm here. We locked in. The camera looks good. Let's get it. Snapshots on my hoodie.
I mean, so I got 4 of these big time cameras. We're gonna take them out of the studio, give you one at the house, put another few here. We're gonna change this whole thing right here is gonna look like we're gonna do some shit. Slapdick Nation behind me on the hoodie. Woo-hoo. Look at that.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's a new hoodie. It's fresh too. The hoodies are fire. A lot of people have been buying them. I appreciate everybody out there. So shout out to Bailey for running that promo for that ad. Did you wash your hands, homie?
Yeah, I did. Smell them.
You use wipes or just straight toilet paper?
Both.
Why both? You don't need both.
You do need both because sometimes, like the wipes by themselves.
You're talking about this, homie.
The wipes can leave your backside a little too moist when you're done. So you still want to do both. It's kind of like a wipe paper, wipe paper, wipe paper. Check. Good to go. Flush, wash your hands, get ready for work.
Shout out to a good friend of mine, man. Dana Damel passed away. Football coach extraordinaire, legend. Texas, been around coaching forever. He's been coaching for, 100 years, it seems. Coach Mazzoni's real good friends with him as well. Coach Gio, NFL QB trainer extraordinaire. He'll be on today with us. And Coach Noel Mazzoni. Coach Noel Mazzoni's coaching a big-time all-star game in Mexico. So he'll have an unbelievable backdrop today when he joins the show. And then Coach Fred will join us at the end. Coach Gio and Coach Mazzoni and I are going to do an Eye in the Sky, Don't Lie segment today that will be a very, very informative, funny, and entertaining one, as we're going to break down some kids' huddle film. And one of those kids is a defensive end out of Indianapolis, Indiana. So we're going to break down those kids and let them know are they creating the proper highlight films to get recruited. We're going to dive into that today. It'll be an interesting little segment we're going to do on Wednesdays, trying to up the ante here. So make sure you pound that like, subscribe, become a member, and we'll get to it. But let's dive right into the show because, as you see, Travis Hunter is on the thumbnail as he leads all Heisman race, all betting sites at minus 6,000. Smitty, to me, this is a problem. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me as a public or as a fan or just anyone out there that actually knows football, these betting sites and companies have very, very few people who know anything about what the eyeball test is in football. They have very few people who understand what a player does for his team and what he does it against. What he actually does for that team and what he does for that team against who they play. Travis is a special, special talent. Whoever says otherwise is just a fucking idiot. Maybe one of the most dynamic players we've ever seen. However, Travis has missed games, hasn't played any good competition in a rather down year when competition is down. Let that make sense. He hasn't played good competition in a down year and played in arguably the worst conference in college football. But listen, he played against nobody ranked in the top 10, and his team beat nobody in the top 10. He isn't even the stat leader at either of his positions, wide receiver or DB. He doesn't lead the country in touchdowns, Smitty, yards, receptions. He doesn't lead the country in interceptions. He actually ranks 14th in interceptions and 5th in receptions. He's 5th in yards and 2nd in touchdowns. On the other side of this argument, Smitty, to make this thumbnail crack, is Austin Genty. He's played the number 1 team in the land, Oregon, single-handedly kept them in that game, ran for over 200 yards and had 2 touchdowns. And he currently has his team today in the college football playoff. Austin Genty leads in attempts, yards. He's 4th in yards per attempt at 7.4, and he leads all running backs in touchdowns with 28. And again, has his team in the college football playoff all by himself, carrying the load with all eyes on him every single snap. He doesn't have a Shedeur Sanders. He doesn't have a Jimmy Horn. He doesn't have any big talent around him. Yet he leads the country in every single meaningful category, statistically speaking, and trails Travis Hunter in the voting per odds makers by an insurmountable amount. Make it make sense. Once again, the odds makers, the media push for certain people, put guys over the hump when clearly the Heisman Trophy should go to the best player in college football who has the stats to back it up. That is Austin Genty. Not Travis Hunter, but what do I know? Smitty, let's dive into this thing. It is National Signing Day as kids close and they get to choose who they want to go to, what institution, what hat they're going to put on, Smitty, who to continue and where to continue their education. The college football playoff rankings have been updated before championship weekend, having Ohio State at number 6, Alabama ranked at 11, and Miami at 12. We're going to dive into that. Tom Brady gives his take on Al Shahir's hit on Trevor Lawrence, saying quarterbacks need to be fined for sliding late. We're going to dive into that, something that I've been saying. O.J. Simpson's ex-bodyguard, Smitty, claims to have murder confessions recordings, and now the cops have it in their hands. Loaded lineup today. No Mazzoni, Coach Fred, Coach Gio joins us. We're going to dive into all things real. I and this guy don't lie. We're going to break some film down, show these kids how to make a proper highlight film. And Smitty, we got a lot to discuss. A lot to discuss today. On the
yes, we do.
Planet Earth. Real quick, before we do the quote of the day, and the contrary to belief, we'll give people some time to become members. We got to make an announcement real quick. We need everybody in here right now. On Twitter, everybody, about 1,500 people total, about 600 people on YouTube right now, need to go over to our backup page, our backup channel right now, and become a subscriber. So we can have the backup channel in case something cracks again and goes down. God forbid, knock on wood, it doesn't. But we're going to give you a 2-for-1 deal. You go over there and become a subscriber to that channel, and that channel is going to be basically a personal page where I'm going to be doing a lot of different things on there. Rants, some football breakdown stuff, political stuff, all things real on the other channel. And we'll be doing updates daily on there as we get it to grow and be eye-worthy. So head on over to that channel right there. The link is in the chat. Head on over to our backup channel today. Do it every single day if you can. And let's get this whole subscriber base from this channel over to that channel, and we can have a backup. So head on over there and do that for us. And become a member while you're doing it on this page, because in about 20 minutes, it'll be members-only chat again. So
yes, it will.
Make sure you do that, because we'll be taking some phone calls, some callers to discuss our poll question. So check over there. Appreciate you, Timo. Timo, yeah, you don't want to listen to Howard Stern anyway. Howard Stern's washed. He's cooked like LeBron. Smitty.
Yes, sir.
What you got to say about my take entering the intro to the show?
You had a horrible intro to the show. Like the fact that we started the show off with such a wrong take.
My bad. Cornhole said he's going to pass on becoming a member.
Okay. Never mind.
Cool.
It's cool, Cornhole. We appreciate you.
All right. So I'm going to pass on keeping you in the chat. Bye-bye. All right, Smitty. Go ahead. My bad.
Listen. I know we got to go to our other stuff first, but I'm going to say this. It was a horrible take. And I'm going to tell you why.
Don't be a Twitter guy and just say that's horrible take and don't give me no.
I told you I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's a horrible take. But first off, we do have a sponsor called Bet US, and they do sponsor something called Quote of the Day that we have on this show. So I'm gonna keep the rundown flowing the way it's supposed to. So let's go to Quote of the Day, sponsored by Bet US, and then I'll come.
What up? I am here for Bet US. Bet US is now powering the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty as our proud new sponsor. Head on over to Bet US today and bet all things Major League Baseball. We're in the thick of the playoffs. NBA is getting ready to start up, and the NFL is right dab in the middle of the season. You can bet it all on Bet US. Short, fast, skinny, tall, they bet it all. And make sure you use my promo code CoachJB. And get you 150% off, up to $2,000 on your first bet, and up to 125% off on your second and third bet if you choose to do so. Plus, you get insurance protection and gambler's protection on both second and third bets. So make sure you head on over to betus.com, use my promo code CoachJB, and make it happen. BetUS, the best offshore book in the business. Head on over there today. Is that proud new sponsor of the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty. Bet US. Go check it out. Peace.
Shout out to Bet US, man. We doing it big right now. If you ain't been to Bet US, you're tripping. Go to Bet US, man. Do your thing.
And I hit the lock the other day. What I say Denver was going to win by?
You did say that. Say that. But I know you was nervous.
I had people hitting me up about it. Yeah.
You was nervous though. The game was closer than what the score said.
They got that pick, by the way.
Pick six.
It really wasn't though. Man. See, it really was. See, I watch game optically, and as a coach, I'm like, okay, that game was 11-14. Came back down to 3. Then Cleveland took the lead for about a hot minute, and then Denver again imposed its will again. The game really was 11, 12-point game the whole game.
They didn't really impose their will, though. It's just
Jameis.
Jameis was great or really bad. Like, that's how Jameis is. And Jameis kept them in the game with them picks.
He's too corny, homie. Too corny to be my quarterback. I like the kid and all. I like the story and all that shit, but eventually that story runs out in the locker room.
He broke a record, though. Most passing yards. I think he's second most passing yards on a Monday night game behind Tom Brady.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
Tom Brady won, though.
Anyway. What you quoted today, JB?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Smitty, Bet US sponsors this quote of the day. Stop being the one, Smitty. Stop being the one who always makes the effort. Relax. Let the ship sink sometimes.
I like that a lot right there. Like, don't be that friend that always has to, like, find a solution, fix the situation. Like, just sit back and, hey, whatever happens, happens.
That's me.
It is you. Sometimes people, though, JB, are, like, scared to lose that friend or lose that relationship or lose whatever that thing is.
Friend. I just like being the guy to look out for folks.
Yeah, you do. That's true. Sometimes you got to just take a step
back. Put everything on the boat, get all the food on the boat, drink, ice, walk. I do all the shit, and I don't ask nobody to do it really, except you. When you're around, I have you help me carry shit. Every time Smitty's around me, he's sweat.
Every time, like,
he had to carry trash.
Maybe will invite me. Hey, bro, come enjoy yourself on the yacht. We're gonna just hang out and eat. I'm like, cool. I'm carrying bags of ice, 100-something yard. I'm carrying propane tanks, two in each hand, and he in the car with AE chilling. But it's all good.
You gotta put in, sometimes you gotta do that. Last night, Smitty, real quick, before we get to the contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. I was at a very, very big event. It was unbelievable. San Diego, California. Shout out to San Diego. San Diego has to run the most well-organized, the largest high school gala, whatever you want to call it, pronounce it, in the country. I've never seen one. I've been all over. I've been to Tulsa, Oklahoma's galas. I've been to Texas galas. Texas has huge and stuff, but the San Diego one, LA could never. First of all, LA's too big, too many kids, too many players, too many kids, too many coaches, too many schools, too many hoods. That shit would have got shot up. Last night, that shit was special. It was legit, and it was a great deal. Ran by these prep pig reports, pigskin reports out of San Diego. But Achilles Smith Jr., the son of Achilles Smith, won the Player of the Year. The Coach of the Year is what I presented. Went to a cat out of La Costa Canyon, I believe. And I presented with that man right there, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has 13 CIF championships and I think 2 state titles in his 40 years of coaching or something like that. So he's been around forever. He's a legend there. And him and I had good conversations in the back. But there was legends there. Andre Reed spoke. Troy Polamalu spoke. Of course, our main man, E-Dub, Eric Weddle, was there. We were all in the back chilling. Plus some other guys, man. Shaun Lewis, got to hang out with Shaun Lewis, the current head coach, San Diego State. His O-line coach, my best friend, Darian Hagan. They all came down to mess with him while he spoke. And then we did a couple media things and stuff like that. So that was Josh Fele's head coach at Oceanside High School. That's the home of Junior Seau. And I believe he was Junior's coach as well and coached a bunch of legends, man. This guy, John Carroll. So legendary. Shout out to San Diego Pigskin Preps and everything they did last night. Honor to go there and check it out. And unbelievable. Like 5,000 people in the crowd. I didn't know it was that big, man. It was crazy.
That's insane.
Shout out to all the ladies that ran it. God damn. Anyway.
What?
Huh?
Well, what was wrong with the ladies that ran the event?
It's crazy. I'm gonna go back.
Oh, crazy in a good way. Okay.
Hey, just to go check it out. Let's see.
It shows you that ladies can be good to leading things and putting things together and it being successful. So shout out to them. Not coaching, but they did a hell of a job doing all that. They were leading the event and they put
I'm
it
together.
I'm
gonna go back today and just ask
them. Best you've ever seen in the country. Shout out to the ladies for putting that together. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna go back today and just see if I can help clean up or something.
Well, if you would have accomplished your goal last night, you would have to go back. The problem is you didn't do what you were supposed to do yesterday because you was nervous. You should. A real player ain't got to go back. You should have went there yesterday.
Oh, no. Don't get
your
twisted.
phone out like this.
Don't get it twisted.
And you would have been cool right now.
Don't get it twisted about all that. But them is as bad as a motherfucker.
Was they sisters?
We got Prize Picks sponsoring the Contrary to Belief segment. So let's dive into that. Smitty?
Let's do it.
Contrary to Belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Smitty, any friend who turns into the enemy has been hating on you since day one. Contrary to belief. Contrary to belief.
That's true. Especially, like, obviously, this is saying that you didn't do anything to warrant that hate, of course. If it just kind of naturally happens, they start doing stuff behind your back. They've been having that deception. They've been having that feeling behind you of that jealousy, whatever the case may be. So, and that friend was never a friend to begin with. So it is what it is, man. But let's go to the poll question, man. It's time for the poll question. And I think it's time to go ahead and move on to this members only chat, JB. Is it time? I think it's time, JB.
Hey, you got about a couple. I'll give you guys 1 minute, man. Become a member if you're not one. We're going to go to members chat only and take some callers from members only on the poll question. Smitty, the poll question, I'm going to talk about it before we ask it. I won't give it away. But this poll question is very, very, I want to be clear. I know it won't happen. I understand it won't happen. But a poll question is a question that is a debatable, opinionated take from many other people. And I just want to get your take and get everyone's take in here when we become members only, because I think it's a worthy question. I think it's a worthy question. I can't ask a certain question about this individual, but I think I can ask another question that is pertains to what he's done so far this year and what he's done for his team. Has nothing to do with Genty or Travis. We're going to dive into that with Smitty here right after this poll question. But let's go to members only. And Roger Williams, peace out, bitch boy.
What's the question, JB? Me and you let me answer it first.
Huh?
I said, what's the question, JB? You and I should answer it first, and then we'll start bringing in the callers as they call in the first 5.
No doubt. The poll question, Smitty, should Russell Wilson be considered for comeback player of the year? And before you answer, let me ask you something. I wanted to ask if should he be mentioned for the MVP? I wanted to ask if he should be mentioned for the offensive player. I wanted to ask if he should be mentioned for comeback player of the year. There's something that I want to, like, what can I make up for this guy? Sometimes there just isn't an award for a guy that's on the fringe of what he's done. We know he's not the MVP, missed too many games. He doesn't have the stats. I get it. I'm not idiot. I'm just asking a poll question that I believe comeback player of the year. I don't know if he even is in the criteria. He played last year. Like, the motherfucker was the top 10 in the league last year. No one wants to talk about. So he played last year. I get that too. What can he be, though? Because I'm just telling you, he's taken the Steelers from this to this, and you cannot tell me any different. You can't tell me he hasn't catapulted this team in the Pittsburgh Steelers to a serious contender. My poll question, I guess, should have probably asked you, but like, what could he be up for? I guess.
The only thing Russell Wilson can be is a Super Bowl MVP. That's what he can be, because he can control that, and he has elevated the Steelers into being true Super Bowl contenders, and he has the ability to put them back into the promised land and play at a level that will grant him that. Any regular season award, it's a wrap. It's just what it is.
Is there a most important player?
Only award he can win is the Walter Payton, I think, like the Give Back Award for all the stuff he did off the field, just
Is
giving
there a
back to
most
people
improved
and
player?
foundation and stuff like that. But JB, see, I didn't grow up in the era of everyone gets a trophy. I don't know why, and I didn't think you did either. But it sounds like you're just trying to find a way to give this man a trophy when there's not one there. It's okay to not have something and still congratulate somebody and still understand their greatness. I think he's done really good. He's changed. He's been the difference for the Steelers in terms of going from it's a playoff contender to a Super Bowl contender. It's because of Russ. We see that, but he missed the games that he missed. I mean, I think Justin Fields was 4-2. I want to say before Russell took over, something like that. You can fact check me on that, Bailey. But he missed too many games to be in the conversation for any regular season award. But he can go be a Super Bowl MVP, and that's bigger than anything else. So to me, that's what he has a chance to do. Anything else don't make sense to me.
Do they have it most improved?
I mean, ain't that comeback?
I don't think so. Smitty, you just said all that, though, but you're literally an advocate for everybody gets a trophy-ass generation. So I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm not.
Let's take a call. Let's take a caller, Smitty. We got Max in the house.
What's going on? Matt's got the fresh lineup with the braids. What's going on, man?
What up, Max?
Shit. This is my take on this, man. JB, I think he should be involved in comeback player of the year, and here's why. First of all, they completely wrote him off and said he'll never be even an inkling of what he used to be, which I completely agreed with because I saw what he was doing before he left Seattle. And to come into this season and not even have the starting position, come in and then go on a run like this is something that we don't see often. And I think aside from that, he never really lost it. People act like he lost it and he wasn't the same guy. I remember the last 7 years in Seattle, he had a putrid defense and a putrid O-line, and he still put up Pro Bowl numbers. So to act like because he went to Denver and had a bad year or whatever the fuck happened, I don't think he had a bad year. I think he played great. And people to say he can never be the same again is crazy. And then to come out and do this after not getting the starting role from week one, I think he has to be in there with Sam Darnold. I don't think there's an argument there. I mean, he was written off and he's back, just like Geno.
I mean, I'm gonna say this before you jump off, Max. I appreciate you saying that, and I'm glad you mentioned the real comeback player of the year
for sure.
Sam Darnold. He's not even okay. If you want to put a Russell Wilson just in the running, just to say he's in the running, cool. Him and Sam Darnold, he's not even in the same breath because you want to talk about somebody who got written off. Right. Sam Darnold, outside of JB, nobody believed in Sam Darnold. Some people still believe in Russell Wilson. Some people still got Russell Wilson goes to the Hall of Fame. So he's still a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Like we still had a little bit of like, all right, maybe he can bring some of that Seattle Russell back into the limelight. But Sam Darnold, he's never played good. His whole career, he's never played good.
And I agree with that. So like, when you're over ESPN,
10-2 right now.
Right. No, I agree with that. The Steelers are 9-3. And they've lost one game with Russ. When you're all over ESPN getting bad mouth, which I get it. People don't like Russ. He's corny. I think he's corny. He was my quarterback my team's quarterback for a long time. But when you get wrote off like that and you get demonized and act like you just are washed and you can't get a starting job anywhere and you come out and do this, and I know they got pieces, but you gotta give a man his props and flowers for that. So that's my view. I still got love for Russ. I'm glad he's not on the Seahawks, but I still root for him. So
no doubt. Appreciate it, Max.
I appreciate y'all.
Later. First of all, somebody on the show has been talking about Sam Darnold for 2 years, but anyway, I want to be honest though. Russell Wilson, somebody in the chat over here said he was horrible last year. Motherfucker was top 9 in every statistical category in the NFL. Every statistical category. Top 9. How was that a fucking shitty year?
So yeah, no. Russ was good last year in a year in which quarterback play was super down. Last year was a very weird year. That's why Lamar won MVP. You look at his numbers; they're kind of average, right? You know, they're not like true MVP numbers, but it was a down year for quarterback play. Now, again, control what you can control. It's not Russell Wilson's fault that every other quarterback's not playing that good, but I'm just saying context matters. And for the Russell Wilson that we know, who's truly like the great Russell Wilson from Seattle, last year in my opinion was not on the level of that, but it was pretty good for the level of what the rest of the league was doing. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, he's way better this year than he was last year from what he's doing, the play, the leadership, things like that. So,
yeah, people need to stop. People need to stop with the Bo Nix is doing better than him in his rookie year. Stop. First of all, this Denver defense is completely renovated and done over. It's a top 5 defense in the NFL. Last year, they had a bottom 5 defense in the NFL. Last year, if you forget, they gave up 70 points versus the Miami Dolphins. You guys remember that, right? I just want to be clear that you guys understand that they gave up 70 last year, and you're comparing this year's team versus last year's Russell Wilson's team, where he was top 9 in every statistical category. Stop. The Broncos' O-line is better. Their run game's better. They're fucking better everywhere around as a roster. So stop with the whole Bo Nix thing, okay? Bo Nix looked like a rookie the other night until he threw a 93-yard shot. Before that, he was 9 of 21 or some shit, and he looked pedestrian at best. And then he finally hits a shot. I tweeted out a jokingly tweet because right before I said he looks like a rookie right now. And then the very next play, he hits a – so I put out another tweet. I go, now he looks like a veteran. And it was a joke. Some people got it. Some people don't because that's what social media is. Holy shit, it's unbelievable, the comments. But that's a one-hitter quitter, Smitty. You can't – is that who you are, or are you 9 of 21 guy against a good defense like Cleveland?
I think Bo is who he's been the whole season. Like that's what he is. Like, don't break him down from one game and look at him drive to drive. Look at how good the Broncos are with him at quarterback. And that's who he is. He's a guy who finds a way to win and makes winning plays. Now, is he better than Russ? No, but I'm gonna say this: it was a win-win for both sides, and I think you said that as well. Russ going to Pittsburgh was a huge win for them, and Bo being a new fresh face, a young guy who could handle Sean Payton's style of coaching, coming from that college level, was a win for the Broncos, and is a win for the Broncos. So I don't want to compare them to. Listen, Russ is doing his damn thing. I'm not trying to diss Russ. I just think when we're talking about giving out rewards, it just is what it is. You miss 6 games, there's no way that you can win. Now, if he missed like 1 or 2, okay, different conversation. But 6, I just can't do that, man. When your other quarterback was what? Again, I'm pretty sure he was 4. I'm pretty sure Justin Fields was 4-2, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, all right, half the games that you didn't win came from your backup,
Yeah. Aliens are all over the place. But anyway, we're about to get invaded. Smitty, I got to ask you, can maybe what I've been saying for the last about 7 years be true when it comes to playing matters? Bo Nix played more college football than anybody, period. And he clearly showing you why and what experience actually can do. And Jaden Daniels played a lot of football. He's right there with them. Look at the people that actually played a lot of football and how they're doing versus the guys that aren't playing a lot of football. So just saying, Drake May played 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And a red shirt. These guys, I've been saying, Noel Mazzoni comes on this show. He'll be on here in an hour. He said when he was with the Jets and Brett Favre, the number one data he was supposed to do in the draft every year was to what? Check how long and how many games you played upright. Meaning, what games did you actually play? That was the number one job. That's what we're looking for, dog, in the NFL. Experience. We want guys with experience. And I don't know why this statistical data analytical era has changed the fact that what you write on paper is not changing the fact that what that man can do. And the hands-on, experience-based life we all lead matters. I'm just telling you. You ain't giving me no job at Microsoft, Smitty, and I have no experience, and I'm going to go in there and rip it.
Makes no sense.
Everything's going to be from the street. I'm going to go in there like, all right, I'm going to go hustle this. I have no hands-on experience at Microsoft. You give me a job as a panhandler, I'm going to go get that shit done. I got hands-on experience being in those streets. There's a huge difference. Experience matters, man. Hands-on experience matters. I don't care what field you are in, whether you're a teacher, a coach, a player, administrator, a COO, you ain't just going to go in and do it like this. So I'm just telling you, I think experience matters. Bo Nix is proving that. Even Sam Darnold, Smitty, at least he's played a lot of football underneath 20 different people, but he's played a lot of football. Now he's underneath the right people, and the motherfucker's balling. They're 10-2. So 9-2, whatever. Anyway,
you right.
Next, Smitty, we got a lot to discuss.
Let me respond, man. I know fans been waiting. You asked me this earlier. We teased it. Can I respond to your intro, your setup about the Heisman situation? Listen, Ashton Jeanty's amazing. He's the clear best running back in the game. He should be a Heisman finalist. He's impacted his team tremendously. If Jeanty's not on that team, they're not in this position. All that's true, and he should be in this conversation. But the fact that you, JB, someone with the experience level that you have as a coach and player, immediately went to stats and stats alone to dictate the winner of this thing, knowing that Travis Hunter plays 114, 115 snaps per game, never leaves the field, and dominates on both sides, and you want to list the stats and say he's not top 5 or top 10 in this.
No, but you didn't listen.
And then as a DB, you said he's not even top 10 in interceptions. You know why he's not top 10 on interceptions as a cornerback, JB? You know that. You know why. They're not throwing him the damn ball. That's what it's called when you dominate a side of the field. They don't throw the ball your way because they're scared that you're going to make a big play or pick it off. It's the best corners in the league year in and year out don't have the most picks. Contrary to belief. If you got the most picks, that means they're trying you. I mean, they don't respect you.
Can I stop you respectively, and so you can keep cooking?
Yep.
This ain't the most impactful award, homie. I don't understand what award this is. We're talking about
the best player in college football. Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, so you got to have some stats to back it up. You can't miss 3 or 4 games either. Like, I don't know where you're talking about, man.
All right, fact check him, please. He didn't miss 3 or 4 games this year.
He missed a half on the Arizona game. Missed a half.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead, JB. How many games did he miss? I'll let you.
2.5.
Yeah.
Okay, don't say 3 or 4 then, homie. You said there's a prime example you over-exaggerating. So prime example you over-exaggerating. Point blank.
Always gonna over-exaggerate against you.
Stats always play a role. I'm not saying that, but you acting like Travis out here with 500 receiving yards. Like the man out here got over 1,100 receiving yards, 14 touchdowns, and then again he's locking down the whole side of the field on defense. He's not leaving the field. JB, we've never seen this ever before. Like I don't understand. Like. Why you're even trying to fight?
So competition don't matter to you.
We've seen Ashton Jeanty before, respectfully. We've seen amazing running backs have a crazy years multiple times in this league before. We've seen
really, let's be honest, dog. He's only minus 6,000 or whatever in the betting odds because of the media push and the PR and the media coverage. Austin Jeanty don't get no media coverage, homie. Yet we don't talk about Austin Jeanty damn near beating the #1 team in America, carrying this team on his back, leading every statistical category at his position, and in the college playoff.
And
like that don't carry no weight to you.
So let me ask you this, JB. I'm just curious, like, because you're a smart man. You're a smart man. So if Travis Hunter just played wide receiver, that's all. It's all he has nothing to focus on but wide receiver. So real quick. Playing both sides of the ball, he has 1,152 yards, since you're a stat guy, 92 catches, 14 touchdowns, 12.5 average per catch, playing both sides of the ball. So if Travis Hunter was like, you know what, I'm just going to focus on wide receiver the entire year. I'm just curious. Like, just of course we don't know, but just what does your gut tell you? Like, what do you think these numbers would be like if he just played wide receiver?
If his numbers were, what would they be like?
If he just played wide receiver.
Not as good as Austin Jeanty would be if he had a real O-line and a real big-time team.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Okay. We could all, but you're giving me hypotheticals, homie. You're giving me hypotheticals.
Receiving yards.
You have to take. Here's why Austin Jeanty's the Heisman. You're using hypotheticals to help your point. I'm giving you factual data.
I'm giving you factual data. 140.
Now you're asking me a hypothetical. What if my auntie had balls? She'd be my uncle, right, Coach AB?
Travis Hunter is up for
I don't know
every award except the Jim Thorpe because they're trying to hate on him. He's up for every award except the Jim Thorpe because they didn't want to give him everything.
Yeah, I don't agree. That's bullshit to me. But I'm just telling you, which one is it? Is it he has the data?
Heisman's the best player in college football. Who's the best player in college football? You overthinking right now. You overthinking. Just answer. Go.
Just because he plays both ways.
No.
And we don't see.
Who's the best player in college football?
We've never seen it. You act like we've never seen it at this clip, which we haven't, right? He plays 100 and whatever plays a game. I get all that, homie. I've given the kid his props. There's no question about it.
Who's the best player in college football? Jason Brown.
Austin Genty is.
JB.
He's the Heisman.
You
told me
Heisman. No.
Yeah, homie.
You making me get loud in the first hour. You gonna get me kicked out.
He's the Heisman. The Heisman is.
You told me when you were a baby that your dad put truth serum inside your body and you cannot lie. Well, it seems like you're starting to get too far gone from that truth serum. It's starting to run out. You didn't piss it out with all that damn whiskey and cigars you didn't smoke and drink. But you're starting to lie. You lied about the games that Travis missed, and now you're lying about who the best player. You said on this show time and time again that Travis Hunter is the best player in college football. Don't renege now because you want to get some clicks and likes and you want to try to make an argument for no reason. You know for a fact Travis Hunter is the best player in college football. It's okay. It's okay.
Let me ask you something. Have we ever given a Heisman out? Have we ever given the Heisman out to a guy that has this mid of stats on one side of the ball or the other? He don't lead. He's not even in the top 10 in any category, homie, other than yards on one side of the ball. He's not even in the top 14 on the other side of the ball. So why all of a sudden is this guy a lockdown shoe-in Heisman winner? He's not even in.
Hold on. You want me to fact check you? I don't know if that is accurate. He is. I mean, he leads us.
Hey, Bailey, I already said it to lead the show. I know he's second in receptions, and I know he's in touchdowns, and I know he's like fifth or something in yards. Other than that, what is he?
I mean, he leads his conference.
So he's top 5 in
He leads the worst conference, homie. I already broke this down, baby. He leads the worst fucking conference in football.
And he doesn't really have any picks because they're not throwing to us. Watch the tape. They're not throwing to us.
Have you guys watched the defense?
Do you think the Big 12 is better than the ACC the more we look at this?
Holy shit.
Do you think? How do you feel about the ACC versus the Big 12? Because if you're going to say the Big
they're all
shit. Then, so I don't use that as your argument then. Cancel that out.
Here's the thing.
Cancel that out. You're acting like Ashton Genty's playing in the damn SEC right now.
No, I'm not. I've already said that. But Austin Genty's a one-man band, homie.
Didn't say his name, homie.
Smitty. What would you do if you're playing Austin Genty at Ball State? What would your D coordinator do?
We put 8-9 in the box.
Okay, so why is everyone else doing that and can't stop him?
He's the best running back in the league.
He has no Shedeur Sanders, Smitty. He has no Jimmy Horn. He has no Travis Hunter. He has no help around him. And guess what? He actually played a top 10 team in college football this year, Oregon, and he should have beat them. You guys in Colorado, I say you guys, the prime sexuals out there, have played nobody.
And
you beat nobody. You played nobody.
When have we not chosen a Heisman or picked a Heisman because of the talent around him?
What do you mean?
Reggie Bush won Heisman. That USC team was one of the most loaded teams I've ever seen in my life. Derrick Henry, we've had think about the Heisman winners. They always come from loaded teams. They never come from mid teams.
No, they don't.
They often do. Let me use the word often then. I'm going to say always because you're right. Not always. They often come from good-ass teams.
They usually go to big schools.
Yeah, but I'm saying they come from teams where they got talent everywhere. So now you're going to use the fact that Travis Hunter has some talent around him to downgrade him. You wasn't talking that talent stuff before the season.
I'm not downgrading him, homie. You guys don't listen right. I'm not downgrading the kid. I understand what he is. I told you. I've been saying he's an anomaly.
I know, but you just named and listed. He has Jimmy Horn. He has Shedeur. So I'm saying you're using
it
against
him. Saying that to compare Austin Genty. I'm not saying that it's a knock versus Travis Hunter. I'm telling you that Austin don't have that shit. He doesn't have anything around him, and you still can't stop him. How is that not elite? How is that not catapulting?
He should win the Doak Walker Award for sure. Shouldn't be a question.
No, he shouldn't. He's the highest.
Best running back. He's the best running back in the game.
Ashton Genty is the Heisman, in my opinion. It is what it is. You are a Travis Hunter
I'm not nothing. I just want the best player to win. I'm so tired of this narrative. It reminds me like in the NBA when Kobe used to like not win MVP. It's like, damn, like why? Like we know Kobe's the best player in the game. Why is he not winning MVP? It's all these narratives. Steve Nash winning 2 of them, and this guy's winning. I'm like, no, let the best player should win. Heisman's the best, most electrifying player, the most impactful, the most. If Travis Hunter's not, you want to talk about Genty? If Travis Hunter's not on this Colorado team, they might be 6-6. Like, I don't know.
Stop with that shit, man. One day you guys are talking about Shedeur Sanders carries the team. The next day now it's Travis Hunter. If he misses, they're shitty. Which one is it with you prime sexuals, homie?
I said it'd be 6-6. Yeah, it'd be 6-6. That's an average team without him. Yeah, he's a big deal. Travis is a big deal.
3 weeks ago, you and Matt said Shedeur Sanders carries this motherfucking team. Now all of a sudden,
he's the quarterback. But I'm saying Travis is a huge deal. Travis is a huge deal.
Motherfuckers is crazy. You guys be like this with this whole prime sexual.
Hold on, homie. Hold on. Colorado is 9-3, correct? They're 9-3.
Yeah.
So yes, do I think Travis Hunter is worth 3 games? Yes, I do. Like, why is that such an anomaly? I didn't say that. I said they be
Bailey,
2 and 10.
Can you come in here, Bailey?
I think he's worth 3.
Bailey, the 2.5 games they missed, did they lose those games?
Well, he really didn't miss more than 2. But
and
also think about this. I mean, I think you both have a point. I think Darnell
did he get hurt? When he got hurt, did they lose that game? Right?
Yeah, they lost to K-State.
And then the next game they won without him.
I mean, yeah, he played, but yeah,
he played.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Bailey?
Well, I'm saying, think about it. Travis won them the Baylor game. If you were gonna be real with it, yeah, I had a Hail Mary, but Travis won them the game with that play.
Yeah, I argue Shedeur won him the game because Shedeur doesn't break out of that play and throw the ball. Nobody wins. What do you mean?
So you don't think Colorado would be significantly worse without Travis Hunter? I don't know how you don't see that or like. I understand they have a lot of talent, but I think that Travis Hunter makes that team go on offense and defense. He's their best receiver and their best DB.
I get it, but without the guy getting him the ball, he's a nobody.
Well, that's because the quarterback.
What are you talking about here?
Okay, sure, of course. I'm not trying to disagree.
And you don't have that at Boise, is my point, Smitty. You don't have that. How is that not a comparable data statistic? I don't understand where you guys are. You guys both played, homie. Like, it's not that hard. This guy has nobody. He's a 9-in-the-box guy, and I run for 300 a game, and he plays and he plays every game.
But JB, you got to also look at it. You want to rely on Genty's statistics. They milked the shit out of his carries. It's also Boise State and playing in the Mountain West. When it came to later games in the season, they gave him 33 carries and he get $130, and we all be like.
And by the way, I've been letting JB get away with this
5-second halves, homie. He hasn't even played in the second half.
This whole narrative that he doesn't have anybody on that team, and the whole team is just ass, and the defense don't do nothing, the quarterback don't do nothing. His quarterback ain't too bad. The quarterback got 21 touchdowns and 3 picks. He cool. Like, he's solid. I'm not saying he's an NFL guy. I'm not saying he's a good college quarterback. He's serviceable. He keeps it clean. He's not the leader. But 21 touchdowns and 3 picks in college is pretty damn good. That's all I'm saying. So this whole narrative, you talking like Ashton, it's just literally Ashton. Like, they have the worst defense in the league. Quarterback can't do nothing. It's just Ashton. We're going to move that narrative away. I'm not letting you have that.
That stat you just threw out was the most asinine stat of all.
Yeah, the same stat you threw out when you said,
you know why?
Travis Hunter's not even top 10.
Play action to a loaded box, homie.
He's not top 10.
Top pass. Have you watched
too damn smart, JB, to say some stupid shit like that. You know that. The top corners don't got the
answer your question, homie, because I don't think you've watched Boise play one time. You haven't watched Boise. I know Smitty hasn't watched Boise one fucking time. Now that's what it tells me right now.
Get your finger out my face, homie. Get your finger out my face, homie. Don't point your finger like that when you're talking to me.
21 touchdowns. This motherfucker's throwing his play action, 22 personnel, pop pass. So the motherfucker acts like he's out there throwing Shedeur Sanders and empty running the ball. Come on, homie. You know better than that.
7-7.
You know football better than that, homie. You know football better than that.
That's the JB has a point there. But one thing before we move on,
my point is it touchdown or not? I don't give a fuck how I got. I don't care if he run it in. I don't care if he throw it a Hail Mary. I don't care if he's throwing big routes. He's throwing pop passes. If it ends in a fucking touchdown and you got 21 of them and you only got 3 picks, that's a good thing to have. Point blank period. So stop trying to say the man ain't got no help.
Do you not say on this show every day context matters? So how the fuck does 21 to 3 touchdowns context don't matter in those throws? when they're loaded boxes.
Okay, let's go on that then. So how the fuck when you say Travis Hunter ain't top whatever in interceptions, context matters for that too, homie. You ain't talking to some dumb motherfucker who ain't never played the sport, homie. I know football and I know what corners is.
You know why?
I use that for your argument to try to get these fans in the chat who don't know anything about football. They hear they like, oh, JB's right. How can he do? Bro, stop. Top corners don't get the most picks. Can you say that? Can you tell the truth?
I didn't say that.
Okay, why is he in your setup?
But this is the Heisman Trophy winner, Smitty. Yeah. Bailey, is this not for the Heisman? Why are we
you have a point there.
Hypothetically acting as if this guy's going to win the Heisman on Heisman winners. Okay, can we compare him to Devontae Smith, who won the Heisman at wideout, non-QB a couple years ago? Can you please compare the stats and tell me why he won the Heisman?
Well, he also
plays homie. What are you talking about? So now we just go by the eyeball test because he plays both ways, and this guy's the Heisman. He missed 2 games, homie. That's also contributing to why he's not in the top 15 in picks. And that's why we're giving the Heisman to a guy that's missed games and guy that doesn't get thrown at. I get that he's the best player. I understand he's an anomaly. But the Heisman should go to the guy that wins that year. Overall, Ashton Genty's the best player in statistically and in the eyeball test, homie.
You know what, Jason? I know what.
Don't call me Jason.
Is. Travis Hunter plays for Colorado and Deion, and you're such a hater of Colorado and Deion that anything positive from them, you're gonna flip it and find a way to turn it to negative. If Travis Hunter played for any other team with these same exact stats, you'd be like, yeah, Travis Hunter is the best player in the country. He does this. It's amazing. We've never seen it before. The fact that he plays for Colorado, you always, even when you compliment somebody from Colorado, you always got to find a but or there's always something added to it. It's never just like, hey, Deion might be coach of the year. It's never just that. It's always, but it's never just, it's always something added to it. It's always
He's not even the coach of the conference.
But with other teams, you feeling.
Well, I understand.
So let me flip it then. And because it's Colorado and Deion Sanders, you're a prime sexual, homie. Was you a Colorado fan 2 years ago, homie? Shit, miss me with your bullshit ass.
I'm not now.
Homie. You motherfuckers were a Colorado fan 2 years ago, homie.
I'm not now.
Yeah, you are. You're a prime sexual fan, homie.
I'm a Deion Sanders fan, yeah.
No, you're a prime
I know football, though. Travis Hunter best player in the world.
I didn't hear a word out of you when he was at Jackson State, homie. I didn't hear a word out of you, motherfuckers.
We went on a show together, homie. You didn't even know me.
You
didn't even know me.
I gotta apologize, Smitty. Smitty's at the house. He can't yell, and I miss him yelling in my face. So I can't. I'm unfair because I can't get riled up.
You can yell. I just gotta watch my voice.
No, but it's not fair. It's not a fair battle. I don't
listen. I know how to win without you.
Don't whisper at me. Don't whisper like that.
I win with facts.
You haven't said any facts.
Well, let me show this video of Boise State head coach Spencer Danielson on Coach Prime's Heisman Trophy comments before we finish this debate. Take a listen.
This last weekend after the Colorado game, Deion Sanders said that
hey, that motherfucker looks 18.
The Heisman race is pretty much over and locked up. Do you feel like the Heisman race is over and locked up?
Absolutely not. And I'm not going to speak a lot to the Heisman yet. That is going to be coming from me here soon. Ashton Genty's the best football player in the country. And for me, if you're one of the best players in the country, you play in a championship game.
I didn't know that video existed. I said the same thing. Now, listen, to fairness to Smitty, every coach is going to say their player's the best. Like, if you don't, you're fucking crazy.
South
right?
Carolina just said this quarterback should be in the Heisman.
The South Carolina guy, yeah. So, and we said that yesterday. Every coach should promote his player. I mean, that's why the kid is there at his school. Like, come on now. This guy inherited Ashton Genty, though. Just by the way, I want to be clear. He inherited Ashton Genty. Deion recruited Travis Hunter or brought him with him, whatever you want to say. So there is a difference. Because remember, I'm not going to just bullshit. I coached and recruited as well. So you have to understand there's a huge difference in inheriting a talent and actually being your own kid that you brought or recruited or raised or whatever. So but listen, every coach is going to back their guy. But I did say it earlier. I think the guy's playing for something, right now today, as we're going to get into next, the bracket is out and the college football playoff has Boise in it. To me, that carries some weight because I haven't seen a Heisman Trophy winner other than David Klingler or something win that weren't in a mix of a big-time bowl or playoff game.
Colorado will play in
Colorado's going to be a big-time bowl.
They'll play in a big-time bowl.
Yeah.
It's either the Alamo Bowl or the Holiday Bowl.
Those are big-time bowls. So, listen,
it's Holiday Bowl
a great player.
We've lost.
Ash is a great player. Ashton will get in second place for the Heisman, and hopefully he'll be really good back in the league. Great character guy who seems humble. But the best player in the world is Travis Hunter. But let's go to white people shit, black people shit real quick, y'all. We're going to go to our first commercial break. I'm going to stay calm and cool. JB got me yelling. I can hear the complaints from the neighbors already. White people shit, black people shit. Betty, what we got?
People can get out. Hey, wait. You're going to lose that battle.
Sir, please calm down.
Rawr, rawr. Rawr. Wow.
The damn dog. I ain't see the dog to the end, JB. The damn dog. I know you mad about that more than anything. Putting the dog in harm's way. You don't care about none of the humans.
No, I'm mad about the dog being there, homie. You need to stop. You white people, man. But it ain't just white folk, man. I've been seeing a lot of brothers and sisters carrying their dog around, Smitty. It's a new thing, homie. I'm being honest, Smitty. You know I'd call it out if it's just white people shit.
It's mostly y'all, though, yeah.
It might be, but I see a lot of sisters now carrying dogs around, homie, at the restaurant. Don't bring your dog around me if I'm eating.
Oh,
I won't 100%. Do it to you. I won't do it to you. Don't do it to me. I don't bring my fucking 150-pound pit bull around you at a restaurant.
Oh, at a restaurant, okay.
And tell you that it's a fucking what do you call it? Mental health dog. I'm so tired of this shit. Stop walking your dog. So this motherfucker acted like he was gonna punk a female, by the way. He would have got his ass slept. I would have slept him for the female. Yeah. And I would have threw that dog into the fucking cheap steeds.
These dudes so they so soft and they so not just soft. They
you
just
ain't doing that to me and you.
Exactly. That's my point. He has like a power issue where he's never been in control of anything, so he thinks he can run a woman, and that made him feel big and bad right there. You know, I hate stuff like that.
The service dog thing, man. I'm seeing TikTok and everybody else. The service dog thing needs to stop. It's a crutch. It's a fucking crutch for you mentally weak fucks to take your dog around, and you know it's a lie. Because I've heard people tell me, "Oh man, I just want to take my dog around." It's a lie. I got a service dog thing too. I could take him on a plane and all that shit. Come on, Smitty. I'm walking this motherfucker on a plane and you and your girl ain't going shit on them motherfucking self. I'm walking on Spirit Airline with a 150-pound pit bull and that's my service animal. Get the fuck out of here.
But the real service animals, they be trained. Your dog ain't trained. That's the difference.
They really don't. They just be so small, Smitty. No one's going to say nothing. Because I've seen these shitbird-ass little dogs. They're fucking barking at everybody. They're, shut the fuck, you little rat dog. I'm tired of this crutch they're using, homie. They're using a crutch, Smitty. I'm telling you. This emotional ass support shit is a crutch to take their fucking dog everywhere because they're mentally weak and they have no life. They have no dick in their life. If they're a woman, they got no pussy in their life. If they're a man, they got no fucking humility. They walk around with these little fucking dogs because it's called small dick syndrome. They need that dog to fucking make their little wee-wees feel better. I'm telling you, Smitty. I'm telling you, homie. Don't bring your dog in the restaurant around me. I promise you, I'm leaving and I'm going to cuss you out and I'm going to fucking kick your ass.
So is that why you've always had dogs because you're not getting no play from the ladies? So you just kind of have dogs around you?
Dogs at home should be your own thing. Okay? I'm talking about dogs in person, in the store. You've done a video. Because I watch what you do, homie.
You don't watch me.
You've done a video. Even though you don't collaborate on anything I put out there. I watch a video on you. You did a video about people bringing their dogs everywhere.
I did.
I know
I
you
agree
did.
with you. I did make a video. I agree with you. Black people, we hate that shit. Don't bring no dog to me. I'm over trying to have my butter cake and my fucking 20-ounce steak and my potatoes and my bone-in ribeye. I don't want no damn dog right next to me when I'm over here eating my hot wings and my garlic fries and my mimosa. I don't bring no dog next to me when I'm having my Cadillac margarita, sugar on the rim, with my damn tacos and my chile quile. Don't bring no dog next to me when I'm in that moment. So I'm with you. I'm just saying that's white people shit. Let's move to the black people shit real quick before we go to our first commercial. Bailey, what we got?
Fucking time it is, man. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I need a crack rock on the spot.
I'm gonna start helping y'all pick the black people shit because y'all playing the black people. Y'all playing the black people. Y'all not about to use a crackhead, a dope fiend, and say that's black people shit. So basically, you're saying black people just crackheads and fucking dope fiends. That's drug addict shit. That's some bullshit. I'm not talking those.
Fucking time it is, man. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I need a crack rock on the spot.
That's some bullshit. I'm mad.
The R. Kelly though, homie, got me. That it wasn't even about the crack, homie. It was the R. Kelly, homie.
The crack is the whole thing.
No, not really. It's R. Kelly, homie.
Play one more time. One more time, man. I'm leaving you alone. One more time.
Time it is, man. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I need a crack rock on the spot.
On a separate note, though, it damn near hit. Like it damn near.
Exactly. And you know what that is?
Now that's black people shit.
That's black people shit. You agreeing that the shit is now okay. It's straight up black people shit, homie. That exactly sound good. I'm trying to tell you, I had to turn the brother into believing that was black people shit.
You gotta put a little beat underneath it. Like it damn near sound good. We talented, homie. Whether we high, drunk, sober, in the office, no matter what, we just naturally just born in it. Like y'all gotta like fight for it and like grind and like go to the weight room and take steroids and shoot up. We just built like that. We just built strong and entertaining and funny and musically inclined and can dance and we just built like that. I'm not bragging, it's just the facts. You say fact or count, this is a fact. My people are just built naturally. Even though she's strung out, and I pray she gets some help. She's somebody right now who just naturally just got the gift of the voice, the gift of gab, the gift of creativity. One more time, baby.
7 o'clock on the dot. I need a crack rock on.
Come on,
yeah, I think I said R. Kelly.
That sounds good,
right? That's Usher, right?
This Usher, yeah. That's Usher, by the way. You said R. Kelly is Usher.
Yeah, my bad.
You don't know your music, homie.
Yeah. I was just like, I saw R. Kelly video that he was walking out of jail, and it was old as fuck. And I'm like, people really thought he was out. Hey, by the way, aliens are everywhere right now. I mean, I'm just telling you.
Let's talk about aliens when we come back. I'm gonna go to a quick commercial break. I'm gonna go finish in the bathroom, drink some water, take my pill, do some push-ups. When I come back, we got more. The Coach JB Show, Big Smitty.
What up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance. Yeah. Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the quality here. Workout gear, exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts Against Syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
JB, they got workout bands. They got ankle weights.
What's this?
What's in that box?
Yo, kind of good.
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
It's a 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. Firstroundperformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me, JB.
I might race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is the real deal. You guys got to go check it out. FirstRoundPerformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
This is nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
oh, this is mine, right?
hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit FirstRoundPerformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their AmazonStore.com, their Amazon store. This is out there, First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go First Round.
Go First Round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Get right, baby. First Round, the highest quality.
First Round Performance, go get you some merch.
Ooh, I like this shirt. I like this shirt, JB.
Peace.
Let's bring up what Mel Kiper said this morning on Get Up on ESPN. JB's going to love this. Check it out.
Get up from there. Now that we've sort of set the table for exactly what your problem is with it, how would you try and solve it?
Well, I grew up with the best of the National Football League, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. You're talking about deep shots, right? The go route, the 9-route post. You're talking about Terry Bradshaw in a Super Bowl hitting John Stallworth. You see Leroy Irvin diving, right, just off his fingertips. There's the receiver. They laid it out there, right? Hit the receiver in stride, 65-yard touchdown. It's a beautiful thing to watch. That's what I want to see brought back to the National Football League, okay? Check down kings, bubble screen sensations, boring football. Game manager, I get it, but I want to see those deep shots. That's what the NFL was built on. I grew up with John Unitas, Fran Tarkington, Ken Stabler, Darryl LaMonica. You know, you talk about quarterbacks, Joe Namath. It was just right. Brett Favre when he was doing what he did. Burt Jones with the Baltimore Colts. You think about those quarterbacks who would throw the ball down the field. I said what Bradshaw did with Stallworth and Swan, Roger Staubach. That's what I want to see brought back. Say, well, you can't do that, right? Well, you got a 5-yard rule with the cornerbacks, right? The Mel Blount rule, right? Now with the push thing with Hurts, you got to be a yard back now. So don't tell me you can't have those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage than they are. I was at games where I'm thinking, hey, too high? They're out in outer space. I couldn't even find us. They're playing with 9 guys, right? Where are the other 2? Oh, the other 2, they're so daggone far back, and even though they're part of the damn play. I'm telling you, we got to change this thing, and we got to have, hey, you can warn them. They come up, hey, guys, you got to get up a little bit, right? You're too far back. Warn those safeties, but you got to figure out, competition committee, somebody, Dano, somebody's got to figure out what that depth is, but it's too far back right now. The NFL is being ruined by these too high safeties.
I'm done, homie, watching that ESPN, dog.
Yeah. I know I argue with JB a lot, but not on this one. Not on this one.
There's no way, homie, that was just said.
That was just said, homie.
There's no way that was said.
That was just said, homie. He said they gotta make a rule to where the refs will force the safeties to be closer to the line of scrimmage so we can see more deep threat to big time plays that he used to see when he was growing up in the 70s and the 80s, homie. I can't even, as a defensive player, homie, I can't even begin to think of how to respond to that.
Bailey, can you take me to the board?
We back, JB, man. Talk to it. What's on your mind right now? What's going through your head after watching that clip of Mel Kiper?
Damn, I don't even know where to begin, dog. I don't even want to yell or nothing, man. It's just so fucking dumb. Like the big narrative. See, you don't believe me though. The fucking fake agendas that get pushed. Mel Kiper saying to take the safety. Who sits right here at 10 to 12 yards normally. They're saying that's too deep. So now we have to cater to the offense even fucking more. Move them up here, and it has to be a referee behind them. Get up. Move up. So now you want the safeties at 5 fucking yards, Mel Kiper? You fucking idiot. Never been right on the draft yet? You said Ryan Leaf was the guy, you fuck! Now we want safeties at 5 fucking yards? So you can throw a post to fucking Stallworth in 1967, you fucking toupee-wearing motherfucker! Holy fuck, you guys on ESPN are fucked, man! Now we have to dictate to the quarterback. Hey, quarterback, please, I know we're all so shitty, but let's blame cover 2 Mina fucking times! You fucking idiot! Dan Orlovsky, you should have came on my show, motherfucker. You fuck me. You don't know shit either, sitting there in them tight-ass skinny jean pants. You fucks. You motherfuckers don't know football. Get me on there, motherfuckers. You guys fuck. Yes, indeed. We are back in the building. Shout out to everybody. We got Noel Mazzoni on next in about 25 minutes with Coach Gio. We'll have him on as well. Join our second channel today. Subscribe right now. That's our backup page channel in case something happens. So head on over there today. The link is right there in the chat. And go on over to our backup page and our backup channel. And I will have a bunch of content on there as well that you will not get it on this channel. It'll be more of a personal page that I'll have personal shit on. So it's not just going to be some slapdick page. So head on over there. Troy says, Coach, who is more to blame for today's softness in sports? Social media or weak parenting? How do we break this for the future generations? I blame it all on everybody. Social media has created the soft culture, but parents have allowed it. Without allowing it, we wouldn't even care because there's parents like Eric Weddle who doesn't allow their kids to even have social media until they hit a certain age. Hey, coach it or allow it. You allowed it as a parent. I don't care what goes on outside my house. I control my house. What I do in it, with whom with it. I'm going to let them know this is the deal. Just like E-Dub does with his family, just like a lot of other friends I know, you ain't going to go do that shit. And it's period. I don't care what social media tells you to do. This is what you're going to do. And we don't have too many of those parents anymore. Or those teachers, or those coaches, or those administrators. They allow these kids to run the show. When you allow kids who know nothing to run the show, this is what you get. So I truly believe that we make too many excuses for all these other kids and all these other scenarios, and it's social media and it's all this. Let me throw a question back at you. Why are we the most obese nation in the world? When we have the most gyms in America or in the world, the most workout availability in the world, and the most vitamin stores, vitamin shops in the world are right here in America. And we're the most obese. Why is that question? Answer that question for me. Because somebody allowed it and didn't coach it. You allowed your fat ass kid to go play video games all motherfucking day long. You allowed the PE instruction and the curriculum to be removed from the school. You allowed it. because you sure didn't coach it. You sure didn't go out there and tell them, no, we need 120 hours a year of PE.
Yep.
But nah. You know why? Because kids said, I don't want to dress out. I don't want to dress out. And then you know what happened? Eventually, over time, you subdued. You said, all right, fuck it. They're not going to dress out anyway. Fuck it. Let's scrap PE. Like, keep it real, man. I'm telling you, that's what happened.
Nah, that's real. That's real, man. But kind of moving on here before we get to our first guest, the great Coach Mazzoni, man. I do want to talk about this college football playoff rankings that have been updated before championship weekend, man. College football playoff chair Ward Mangill confirmed that the order is set between teams that are no longer playing, saying that teams that are not playing cannot be adjusted where they are compared to other teams that are not playing. So we have the list. I think the current list here with the teams, kind of how they're set, the playoff rankings here. Just your initial look at this. Obviously, this is going to change after the championship weekend here, but where it stands right now, do you have problems with any order or any team listed on here, JB?
All of it. It's a joke.
Explain why.
The whole thing's a joke. It's actually it's absolutely the biggest joke and mockery in college football history.
Tell us why. Don't just say it. Tell us why.
You know how I'm just going to say it. So the same teams that we wanted to get out of the college football playoff because y'all got tired of seeing them are now getting second and third chances to continue to stay in it. Make it make sense. Y'all said it. We got tired of seeing Alabama play in the national title. And I said, why? If they're the best team every year, fucking beat them. That's a you problem, homie, and it's not my problem. Just because your fan base is shitty, you want to see a different team play, so now we created what you think is parody. No, it's parody. It's an absolute joke. This is an absolute joke. Ohio State should be eliminated already. Alabama should have been eliminated already. Miami is probably gone. Indiana wouldn't even be considered. Notre Dame maybe have outside chance, but they have no league. Arizona State. Boise.
Hold on, but Boise's a four. Hold on, but Boise's a 4 seed. So hold on.
The joke.
Let's go back. Let's go back to your method, right? The one that you like, the 14 playoff. So if it was your method, these would be the 4 teams that would be in it. Just these 4 teams in the middle.
They wouldn't. Because Boise's not number 4. Boise's not number 4 in the country right now, homie.
I agree. I don't believe that.
No. On the actual rankings, what is Boise State's ranking?
Oh, I got you. I don't know.
Come on, homie. They're not going to get the 4th seed in a regular 4-game playoff year. Boise's not even in consideration. So let's just be honest, dog. And here's another monkey wrench they're going to throw at us. Just so we're clear, if Clemson beats SMU, who will not win the conference, Clemson will now be the conference champ. They will bump 11 and 12 currently out of the playoff.
Yeah.
And get that spot.
Mm-hmm.
So again, they did not forward think this. They did not think outside the box when they did this. This is an absolute the probably what I've been saying for years. This is probably the epitome of mediocrity is the new excellence. And again, we've subdued to what I was just answering a question for our super chat. We've allowed mediocrity into our lives. Everyone deserves a trophy. High schools at 0-10 winning CIF titles. You didn't even deserve to get in the playoffs, and then you won the whole fucking thing. Like, this is what we are doing now in society. It's translated and transitioned to college football playoffs. The most beautiful time of the year. Like this in college basketball is the final Sweet 16, right? Like that's what we look forward to. That's big time action. Now it's just we've given teams that we've been trying to get out of and get rid of because y'all got tired of them winning. Now, I told you last year, be careful what you ask for. I said it on this fucking show. I said, be careful what y'all ask for because more is often less. And this is the epitome of more being less.
But JB, I guess my pushback to you and my confusion, I would say, when you look at this, what do you think is going to happen? What is concerning you? You say this is the most beautiful time of the year in sports, and now it's being ruined because they added a few more teams into it. So when you look at the bracket, we're looking at Tennessee and Ohio State, we're looking at IU this year in Georgia, we're looking at Notre Dame and Bama, their rematch from 2012. We're seeing some good ass matchups, and then ultimately at the end of the day, if you are the best team, you're gonna show us, you're gonna win. So the regular season, maybe you went 9-3, maybe you went 10-2, and you laid an egg on 2 games. But this is where it matters the most. So if Ohio State goes out here and runs the table and they win the Natty, that's not a bad thing. I just don't understand. Where's the concern? Where's the negativity coming from?
You really think, seriously, come on, dog, don't bullshit us on this one. You really think that Boise and SMU deserve byes in a football playoff scenario? No. They're that good?
No, I don't think they deserve it in terms of when I look at them as a top 4 team is a better question. Do they deserve it? Yeah, they earned it technically by this standard. Is SMU and Boise a top 4 team? No, they're not. They're not.
But Smitty, look at this. I mean, come on, man. You can't sit here and tell me other than more games being played and you just love football, which is okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to knock. You love football. You want to see 16 teams. Nobody's going to argue 24 teams.
So I guess that's what you as a football fan, why are you mad? I'm not mad that I get to watch.
I want to see real football, Smitty.
I'm not mad I get to watch Ashton Jeanty, who you says the Heisman, have a chance to show us that he's really this great and he can
put every team in the fucking playoff then. Just put every team in the playoff. Marshall Faulk, Smitty, did not get to go to the college football fucking playoff.
I don't like that.
I do, because his team wasn't that good.
I want to see.
What are we doing? Is this what you want to see, or is this the best?
Ashton Jeanty's team is good by record.
They're not. Because then if they're that team, Boise can go in and beat fucking Ohio State and Georgia, then we have a real problem. I'm just telling you, and I've been saying it for a long time, and y'all keep saying, "Oh, JB, I'm tired of seeing the same teams." Now all of a sudden, you're tired of seeing the same teams. Now, a lot of you have come over on the dark side to my side and said, damn, this is a joke. Boise and SMU are going to get byes. Notre Dame's not even in a fucking league, and they got to play. Notre Dame's not in the league, but they're going to have to play first round, while these other 2 teams Boise is going to get a bye, and this is the best college football has to offer. This is the best you guys came up with. I miss the best 4 teams, Smitty. I just want to see the best 4 teams because that's football.
That method had flaws too. That had flaws too.
Not really, though. Yeah, besides last year.
Every year there were arguments about
of course, but that's by fan basis.
FFC should have got in over this. The reason why I like this, it removes any doubt. It removes any talking, any arguing, any. You go out there and show me if you like that.
You're completely wrong.
Ain't no well should have put it.
But you're completely wrong.
Show me right now. Show me.
You're actually just stated a wrong statement.
I didn't.
How do you figure? How's this proving you wrong? This is actually showing us that now we're continuing to give the same teams an opportunity. What are we doing here? If you guys really wanted the best 4 teams, then you would have eliminated Georgia, Ohio State, and these other teams because they've already lost 3 games, 2 games. And now we're giving them an extra shot. And guess what? Here's another reason why I don't like it. The same teams who have played already, who will play in a conference title game, are possibly going to play again for a 3rd time in this college football playoff format. Who the fuck wants to see that? If we wanted to see you play 3 times, Smitty, then we should have just put in a round robin ass tournament in Sweet 16. What the fuck are we doing? I want to see the best 4 teams, homie. And if it happens to be a team that played this year, Clemson, Georgia, for instance, if those were the top 4 and they played for the Natty, that's a so be it scenario. That's a hell of a story. Clemson gets waxed game 1. They come back and make it to the college playoff. They beat Georgia in the Natty. That's fucking legit.
Okay, that can happen. That might happen. That might happen.
It's not going to happen. Clemson's got fucking 3 losses. Come on, homie. Come on, man. This is the most fucking just give anybody a trophy ass shit. Listen, I'm never going to agree with it. It's disrespectful to me. Here's
You're
why.
not, but the reason you're just a negative person. Like you're not even you haven't even saw it, and you're already just against it. You're and I know you, JB. The games are going to end up being really good. Watch, hold on. The games going to end up being really good, and you still going to go here on this show because your mind's already made up. Your mind's already made up that you hate it. So no matter how good the games are, you're not even going to watch the games for what they really are. You've already told yourself that this is horrible, this is stupid, it shouldn't have did.
But it's okay. It's okay for Uncle Luke, though, to come out and retweet that Miami got fucked, so I'm not going to watch anything no more. Because Miami got fucked. Alabama, this is all about Alabama.
What are you talking about, homie? I didn't see that.
Come on, homie. Yeah, but my point is, dog, everybody has their own opinion, and everybody out there says it, and everybody does it. And y'all just call me out because I'm negative Nancy. No, homie, start calling everybody out then.
I'm
Start
just asking
everybody out on social media then.
Have an opinion, of course, but like if the games end up,
don't just say I'm the only negative one.
No. I get it, but if the games end up being really good and it ends up being really entertaining, this playoffs, I know you're not going to come here and admit that you were wrong. You're not because you're stubborn. You're stubborn.
I would.
All right, we'll see.
I have no issue if this is a hell of a fucking a great fucking. There's no way this format.
I don't know. Like I'm looking. Well, the games are going to change. This won't be the final matchup.
Hey, we started the show off by talking about experience, hands-on base life.
Mm-hmm.
This is me having the experience and the long term. I've seen it. I've done it. Scenario in my mind. That's the only reason I'm saying it. And if I'm wrong, I'll come out and eat crow and say I'm wrong.
All right,
but
cool.
I've seen this type of shit before. I've seen the let's do all this stuff and then have a shitty ass fucking end result. Here's why. Y'all call me out as being negative and saying that 12 teams, blah, blah, blah. So I can't knock 12 teams and say I missed 4, but we already are putting in a 14-team playoff scenario for next year, and we haven't even seen the 12-team playoff. But that's okay. But me saying I want 4 is not. Make it fucking make sense. I just want to be clear. See, a lot of you ain't ready for real talk. You all just are in your feelings because you don't like how I talk and speak. The real part of this is that you're fucking fugazi. You motherfuckers are so soft that you can't listen to real banter, and you're so soft and blinded by your fan base and your team that you think deserves to get in every year, like Florida State last year, that you think that 1 year, a 13-0 team without a quarterback has fucked the whole 14 playoff up for the last 20 years. No, for 20 years, the 14 playoff was correct. Every single year, it was right on, dead on, balls accurate. Tell me a year that it really missed.
Was it 20 or was it like 10?
I don't know, but BCS was still good. I'm counting the BCS as well. BCS was still, to me, good too. Like, to me, the BCS, and when it turned into the 4 playoff, never really missed to me. It was the best football teams in America. Now we're adding on teams. Come on, dog. We love Signity in Indiana. They're not a top 4 fucking football team. They would get beat. They got handed. They got dominated by Ohio State. They would get dominated by another 6 or 7 teams. And let's just be honest.
But then Michigan beat Ohio State.
That's my point. That's, again,
so
proves my watered-down point, homie.
To me,
it proves me my point.
That's exciting, though, because we don't know. That's exciting.
But we do know. Because Ohio State should be eliminated.
But they shouldn't, though.
Why shouldn't they, homie? They lost 2 games. How many games do you want to lose?
And look at their roster. You don't want to see that roster out there.
Who's Ohio State beat this year? Who's Ohio State beat you this year? I'll wait.
I don't know. We got to put a schedule up. But Ohio State.
Homie, because you should know.
Ohio State got one of the most talented teams.
If you're advocating for it, Smitty, if you're advocating for this greatness, then you should know who they beat, homie. If you're advocating for it, see, to me, Smitty, you're just saying you want to see more games. You're not telling me why, as I'm telling you why I don't. There's a difference. The banter needs to be.
I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. The reason is I want to eliminate any of the fans who claim that their team should have got in and shouldn't have got in. You claim that the 4 teams have always gotten it, right? That's your opinion. But a lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people believe that the 5th and 6th teams, Ohio State have missed a couple years. And they're like, Ohio State,
but
man.
Here's my thing.
If they was in these playoffs, they would have went on
the
run.
I know
this removes that.
I know who Ohio State's beat and who they haven't beat. Ohio State lost to a Michigan team that's as bad as they've been in 10 years.
Big rival, though. Big rival in sports.
And they lose to the #1 team in America in their division.
Close one.
Okay, and and we know for the history of football, if you lose this late in the season to a team that's subpar or 500 in Michigan, you're eliminated, homie. That's your second loss. You lost at the end of the year. You're done. You're not a top 4 team.
That's the old format.
But I'm just saying this is. I asked you who they beat, and you don't know. And I'm not saying that's the main reason you're wrong. I'm saying they beat nobody because you would have known. You would have known if they beat Oregon. Now we got a discussion. You would have known if they beat Michigan. Now we got a discussion. But they lost to those teams. You know who they beat? They beat a mediocre-ass Penn State team that we know damn well.
They're not mediocre. Stop. They're not mediocre.
They are. They have beat nobody.
Team. They're one of the best
they
teams
beat a mediocre Indiana team who hasn't beat anybody, who just has a great story going on in a horrible fucking division, who haven't played nobody in Indiana. And that's it. Those are their 2 wins, homie. They beat nobody. Now, I can say the same thing for Miami. Can we discuss that?
So basically we're arguing strength of schedules then. So it's a different conversation.
No, but
so everybody need to make their schedules harder then.
But that's part of it. But that's been that way. Smitty,
Ohio
why are you acting like it's new?
Ohio State lost against the Oregon team. We watched the game together. The number 1 team in the country, Ohio State, fucking play away.
Okay, so
but Ohio State is not good enough to compete for the playoff. Like, that don't make sense to me.
What do you mean? They lost to Michigan last weekend, homie. Week 10.
Rivalry game though, JB.
I don't care. Like, why is that? Why do you give them a pass? Did you give
I'm not giving them a pass. I'm saying my eyes worked. They laid an egg. They laid an egg that game. But my eyes still worked when they played against the number 1 team in the country, and we saw how they was going back for toe for toe like the entirety of the game.
Isn't strength of schedule part of the playoff committee, homie?
I believe so.
That been that way forever?
Yeah.
And it still is. So
yeah, it is.
So Ohio State strength of schedule shit. Just so we're clear, Miami's is shit. Alabama gets a pass over Miami, but I'm going to argue for Miami here, and I might be the one way outside of the box here. I want to argue that with you real quick before our guests come in. Everyone talks about Miami's losses versus their wins, and vice versa with Alabama, because Alabama leapfrogged them last night in this deal. Alabama has beat Georgia. Okay. Who'd they lose to, though? See, to me, people don't want to break that down. I am on the other side, Smitty. I'm on the other side. That is why I'm against Ohio State. Who did they lose to versus who did they beat? Alabama got the win against Georgia. Cool. But you lost to Oklahoma, Smitty, in handily fashion late in the year. Syracuse is a better football team than Oklahoma. And it's fact. Every part of the game.
It'd be a good game. It'd be a good ass game.
Syracuse is better than Oklahoma.
It'd be a good game.
Alabama lost to who? Oklahoma. Vanderbilt. Who else?
They beat Tennessee. They beat Tennessee, right? They beat.
I don't know.
Or did Tennessee beat them?
I don't know.
Because they got 3 losses. But I know Vandy. I know those 2. We're missing 1.
Yeah, I don't know. They lost Tennessee, didn't they? Tennessee beat them?
Is it Tennessee?
I don't know. I thought so. But
regardless, I understand what you're saying. You're looking at the losses, like who'd you lose to?
I'm looking at the losses and when they lost, Smitty. See, to me, that used to matter. If I'm not winning at the end, playing my best football, as a former coach in an eye on the sky don't lie scenario, then I know I'm looking at Ohio State and saying their quarterback's so fucking bad that I would never pick them to go into a playoff. Why did we leave Florida State out at 13-0 last year, Smitty? Because they didn't have a quarterback. So why is Ohio State so different? They beat nobody. They've lost to 2 somebodies and lost week 10 to a team that's 5-5 with no quarterback. To me, that's ding, 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 ding. No, you're out.
They lost to 1 nobody, if you want to put a nobody on Michigan, but they lost to 1 nobody.
I'm just
Oregon's
saying.
number 1 team in the country, so I can't.
Yeah, no, I get it, but they weren't number 1 at the time they played.
All I'm saying is this, though, JB. All I'm gonna say is this: if what you're saying is right, let's use Ohio State as the example. Tennessee is gonna get that easy win, and Ohio State will be out then, and it'll be if what you're saying is right. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Ohio State's gonna mud up.
You can't just say that though.
If you're so confident Ohio State shouldn't be here,
you can't say that, homie. So we're just gonna fuck over all the other teams then because you want to see a team get their ass beat that don't deserve to get in. See, that's a ridiculous thinking process to me. So what about the teams that deserve it?
Like
and we're just gonna, Ohio State has the $20 million roster, JB. If they're so good, JB, let's see them. No, I don't want to see them. You showed me already. You lost twice.
What are the other teams that you're mad about?
No, the whole discussion is 12 versus 4. I don't like the 12. That's the only reason. So the other team's not a discussion because they wouldn't even be in the conversation. We wouldn't even have the conversation.
But I guess and maybe I'm not explaining this the right way. What I'm basically saying is, though, JB, okay, I get you're saying more doesn't mean better. Okay, cool. So basically, it's gonna be one round of football that you don't care about. One round of football that you think is unnecessary, which is the first round. Okay, cool. So after the first round goes down and we know who won, whatever, then it's gonna go down to the normal setup of 4 teams. At that point, you should be happy. Like at that point, we good now, right? Like at that point, like you know what I'm saying, or the first 2 rounds or whatever, right? And then at that point, it should be set up in the line in a way to where we'll have the best team. What I'm saying is like we're naturally, organically are going to get the best 4 teams at the end of the day, based upon what happens in these playoffs. So if Ohio State ain't like that, which maybe you're right, they'll lose. If Indiana's not like that, which you may be right, they'll lose. If Arizona State ain't like that, they'll lose. When we fast forward to the final 4 teams or whatever, it's going to be set up to where these are the last 4 best teams in college football.
Hey, we got to get to our guests. We got a guest sitting in the back room. We can debate this forever. You know what's the ironic part of this whole thing, though? Like, you guys are this Colorado fan base it blows my mind because you guys are literally calling the Holiday Bowl a big-time bowl earlier on the show. But now you don't think 4 is worthy of being legitimate. To make that make sense. The Holiday Bowl is not a big bowl. You guys are so fucking prime sexual thirsty. It's unbelievable to me, dog. The Holiday Bowl is big bowl now? See, that tells me because y'all didn't make the playoff, now the Holiday Bowl is a big bowl. Whatever fucking bowl they get in is a big bowl now. The Holiday Bowl is a joke. It's been a joke the entirety of its existence. It's in San Diego and nobody fucking watches it, by the way. But it's a big bowl today. We got 2 guests, Smitty. Noel Mazzoni. We already know the legend who loves you for some reason. I don't know why. Fuck, man, Noel. I don't know why you like this guy.
What's up, Coach?
And hey, Noel, can you flip your phone?
Bro. Well, wait. Flip
your phone sideways. Yeah.
Hey, let me call Jim. Hey, hold on a second. I'm going to get Jim McMahon on the phone so you can tell him the Holiday Bowl sucks. Okay?
Thank you.
Let me get Jim on there.
Hold on, though. I talked to Jim about this. I talked to Jim about this at Pat's house not too long ago with Shaun Salisbury. The Holiday Bowl, when it was the Holiday Bowl, used to be a fucking real deal. UCLA, San Diego State, all that.
Yeah, that
ain't the Holiday Bowl no more.
Oh, that's not?
No, I'm saying, no, it's not the same game is what I'm saying.
It is to the Holiday Bowl. We just don't care about bowl games once the playoffs started.
So
once
how's
the
it a great bowl
playoffs
game,
started, fans said, you know what, we don't care about no bowl games, but the 4 teams in their bowl games. That's what happened. It don't mean the Holiday Bowl ain't a big bowl still.
It would be like this. It would be like just all the NFL playoff teams started the playoffs, and that weekend, the day before the Jacksonville is going to play freaking whoever, right?
Colts.
Yeah, it's going to play the Colts. Nobody's watching that.
No, not when they're both eliminated.
Yeah.
They're both eliminated from the actual NFL playoffs, and now we're gonna go watch this like NIT tournament. I'm just telling you guys. Gio, welcome in. Smitty, you haven't met Gio. Gio trains a lot of NFL QBs,
Nice to meet you, brother.
Quarterbacks in the NFL.
Hey, hi down in Mexico. Hey, coaching staff, everybody say hi.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, fellas?
Hey,
what's up?
No, are you allowed to be over there?
Hey, Blitz, how do you say Mexican? Espado? Espado. That's all I got.
Cállate.
Espado.
Hey, by the way, it's not in Mexican.
Oh, in Spanish.
Hey. Hey, we got a new thing for you, Noel, because I know you're on the run. You're over there in Mexico. Shout out to all the Mexicans, we like to call them here in LA. We got a segment we're going to do with you. We're going to show a little film with both of you, and it should be a fun, informative little segment. We're going to actually talk about, are these kids creating highlight films in a conducive manner to get recruited, and we need to critique the shit out of it. We can laugh at them. We can clown them. I don't care, but we need to critique them as well, because I'll send this out to their coaches, and I know Gio does this for a living every day. Noel, you and I have done it for our whole lives. Look at these films. We're going to show a quarterback, a pass rusher, an athlete, and a running back. And explain, Noel, when you're watching a film on a kid to give them a $150,000 scholarship, and I'm watching a highlight, which you and I hate probably. We want to see a fucking practice film or a game film. But we're going to watch a highlight. Explain how critical the first play and to the fifth play is.
Right now?
Yeah, just explain to us if you're recruiting a kid.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Gio sends me a tape on a kid, on a quarterback, because I could take your game film, JB, and make a highlight tape and make you look like Ray Lewis, right?
Yeah. Kurt Warner.
But the highlight tape, it's got to capture me in the. If I hit play 6, 7, or 8, and I'm like, and I don't want to know the kid's name. Or like, let me really look at this guy, then I'm moving on.
Same with me. Gio, same thing. I say if the first play don't pop off the screen and the first few plays don't, and I got to sit here and watch a bunch of BS, I'm out.
You got how many times I've had kids send me, hey, coach, look at my highlight tape. And I go, they got like 30 clips on it. I'll never get it. I'll find the best 5 and put them on a deal and send them to me.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, Smitty, we're going to start with your guy right out of Naptown. Naptown's finest, Smitty. There's a defensive end. It's Beech Grove, Indiana. Bailey, can you see us? Can you see us, Smitty?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right, here we go.
Beech Grove.
Right quick. So Gio and Noel, real quick. The defensive end is circled with the big white circle. So obviously this is a sky cam. Great view for a high school film. I would love to have this film. But so now we see the circle. Other than that, that's all I need to see. A lot of you kids out here are putting the Poof the Magic Dragon, fucking songs, fucking all. I just need to see the circle and then fucking show me.
Watch this.
Yeah, watch this.
Watch this. I'm the guy. I'm the motherfucker.
Number one, don't send me any film that looks like you shot from the space station.
Okay, so that's the first problem. I'm already going to move on from this film, Noel, because he put it in fucking slow motion. He put it in slow motion to show me a late hit on a quarterback. So Smitty, we need your critique here. You're a defensive lineman now, Smitty. Let's dive into it. Now
that first play didn't show me much. So I'm trying to see,
right. And Smitty, the second play, we don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Smitty, we don't know who he is.
JB, here's some info for high school coaches, right? You want to help your kids, all right? Shoot a tight end zone of every game, right? Shoot the tight end zone from behind your defense and from behind your offense to help your kids.
That's how we do it. This film is tough to watch because he got the sky view, the sideline view. There's no good view to get to see who he's doing.
Hey, we've already eliminated this kid from a scholarship opportunity, Smitty.
Yeah, already.
And now you don't know who he is.
Oh,
now
there you go.
Stuff late. Okay, well, he's a little guy. He's out. We're done with him.
He's small. He's slow.
No motor.
No motor.
Not explosive.
Yeah, he's done.
Hey,
he's
JB,
white. I think he's white.
JB, there's to your point. That took 2 clips.
2 clips. Those are the 2 worst clips we could have seen. I'm not unless you're Bosa and Max Crosby. I'm not recruiting a white interior guy or a 5 technique that's not undersized. All right, next guy, Bailey. This guy right here, he's got a still shot picture, and he looks very, very small. Okay,
he might be Barry Sanders though. Let's give him a chance.
Fine. Here's what, just from the picture, Smitty, I'm giving all you guys some insight on evaluation. Number one, his arms are okay for his size, but he's got big thighs and hips. I want to see what this kid can do just from a picture. I just want to see it from a picture.
Okay, so let me add this, JB. If that's the first clip in the tape I'm watching, okay, I'm cool with that. But I need on there any track times, a 40 time, his height, his weight, his telephone number, his Twitter handle, his mom's name, his dad, and I need all the information I can on this.
Social security number, his
all this stuff. Smitty, he's got these 2 polka dots, backdrop.
That protects. Yep.
You got to have all that on that information that Coach Mazzoni just mentioned. Let's watch this kid. He's an athlete, apparently, Noel. All right, we got the arrow. Okay. Fucking go with the arrow. And here, let's watch it. So, is this the kid?
I don't like the way he runs. Let me see. He runs like too upright, or like. Let me see.
Hey, I'm just gonna be honest. So I'm out on him already. I don't need to see any more.
He too slow.
Yeah, let's move on from him, and let's tell everybody why. No, Gio, he's as stiff as a porn dick. Number 1.
Yeah.
He's not a 2-stepper. So Noel, explain what a 2-stepper is if we're recruiting and watching speed without a 40 clock on him.
We can't. Okay. To me, doesn't run with great pad level. Has no suddenness. He broke in the open. He could not separate from anybody. Everybody ate up his angle. I mean, he had 6 guys, and you also got to look down who's he playing against.
Right. That's what I know.
A lot of speed he's playing against, or is that just some guys running like me and Gio chasing?
Especially that first play, he had he ran through a huge gap and just had a wide open land. You know what I mean? It was,
right.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to tell.
No doubt.
First clip.
All right, Bailey. We got a lineman, Bailey. We got a lineman. A little bit of hog real quick, Noel, for you.
Okay.
We got an O lineman here out of Springfield, Ohio. All right, I like it. You put your head coach on there.
Put some info on there for us.
I don't care about the head coach, really.
There we go. All right. Not bad.
I like this guy.
I like him
this
too.
guy. He finished him. All right, he made the list.
Yes, I like him.
Okay.
He's not bad. He's a little knock-kneed. No, he's a little knock-kneed, a little sloop-footed. But he's finishing.
D2 guy, though. D2 guy. D3.
Yeah, he doesn't look big.
He's not that big, but, D2, D3 guy.
But definitely a little scrappy.
So there's my
Look at that.
right there.
Look at that finish, Noel.
Yeah, there. What is that?
Look at that finish right there. Wow.
Yes, I like this guy. But right there's my point on the first slide. Everybody said, "Well, how big is he?"
Yeah, we don't know because
I should already know that. I should already know that this kid is 6'4", 265. Right?
Yeah,
right.
He's finishing guys though. I love his effort.
Nah, yeah, he's nasty for sure.
I love his motor.
Which you can't coach that up. So
I'll be honest with you. He's not bad. He's not bad laterally. No, he can actually move a little bit.
Hey, let's offer him soft commit, JB. Call him up, offer him soft commit. We can always get out of it.
That was a good block.
Hey, Coach, me and you are watching this now. He fucking overslips the 3 here. Like,
look at that.
It ain't bad.
That's tough to do.
He ain't bad, Coach. I'm gonna be honest.
The
I actually don't mind this.
But that's bad on the 3 technique. That should never happen. But
that's high school though.
Hey, this guy's finishing everybody. I like him. I don't know how big he is. I would like.
He doesn't
to know.
look big, but he does. He can play.
Yeah.
I would like to know. But
if I was in high school, I would destroy him. But
so let's go. Let's move on, Bailey. Hey, Noel, real quick, can you go through your grading process? So we got that kid. We watched the first 2 kids. We threw them out. This kid right here, we put him on a board based on a point system or a grading system, correct? So we got this kid. Let's say we put him as a C+. He's on the C+ column. So if our A's and B's commit somewhere else, we go to our C list, right?
Yeah. So like if that was B, like so he would make my list to pass on to the O-line coach, right? So if I was evaluating for a school. And he was in my area, I'd say, all right, this guy, my O-line coach has got to see this guy. So now he made the O-line list, the O-line coach list.
Great, good point, no doubt. Noah Epperson, good shot. You got to put your size and your height on there, though, for alignment, son. We'll never recruit you because if we don't know your height, and the next kid that we show, the very next kid we show is 6'7", 340, and he's doing the same shit. You're forgotten, son. Right. So you better put your damn information. All right, last guy, real quick, guys. It's a quarterback. Gio, Noel. This is our wheelhouse. This is a 25 kid, Gio.
Okay, gotcha. Let's
check him out. Looks a little undersized, but don't mind that. First play. Let's go back. First play. A little rocker. He's never dropped, but back foot I'd like to see on the ground. I mean, back corner gets you 6. Good ball. He's in empty here. Takes a drop. At least his drop comes to Hey, his drop comes to a complete stop. At least.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Strong in the pocket. Quick, out his hands.
Ooh, I like that.
Decision making.
I like that throw. Hold on now. Let me go back to this glance ball. This skinny. This ain't bad, no. This ain't bad, no.
Yeah, he's on my. He's on. I would put him on my must-go-see list.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you get him to transfer? He's a 25 kid. Can you get him to transfer from wherever he's at over to Arizona?
Yeah. Where's he from?
Oh,
see, I got no information on his.
Right.
Thank you. That's my point. People, put your information on there. You have an NFL guy watching you, and we don't know who you are or where you are.
We don't know We don't know this guy's height and all that stuff either. You know what I mean?
We don't even know what school he's at.
I don't even know where he plays, where he lives.
I think he's 6'1.5" though. He runs.
I like this guy.
Runs a 4.75.
So Noel, explain. The first few plays kept us with the film continuing to stay on, right?
Oh my God, I'm gonna go find. If I'm a quarterback, I'm gonna go find my best 3 throws from the whole season, and that's gonna be clip 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
that's it. And hopefully they're touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice corner ball.
Then the next thing I'm gonna put in there, then after that probably because it's gonna want me to keep watching him, want to watch him, and then I want to see him move in the pocket, maybe extend the play, maybe use his feet, maybe run. Now I want to see what kind of athlete he is.
Might be a force, this guy. There you go. Name right there. Name everything. Garrison, whatever. Yeah.
Garrison Davis out of Lexington, Mississippi.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Noel, talk about real quick. After the first 5 plays, Gio, if you train quarterbacks, are you breaking down how to do a huddle film like this?
I try to tell him that all the time. If you don't got these coaches within the first 20 seconds, they're gonna turn it off. You know what I mean? So I do.
Noel, would you say put practice film on after their first best 5 throws? I would put some practice film on there. I would. I don't know if you recommend that.
It depends. You know, like a lot of these schools have the spring scrimmages and things like that. You know. Now I want to see him play in a game.
Yeah.
See him throw in person.
No doubt.
What
do you got going in Mexico?
That's the biggest. That's what I would never offer a quarterback until I actually saw him throw in person. Because the film can lie on a quarterback, right, Gio?
Noel's offered all my guys, all of them at some point.
But you got to watch him. You got to watch.
But he had to keep. I always wanted to come and see him throw, regardless of what I told him about him. He always wanted to see him in person, which I thought was important.
What do you got going in Mexico, Noel? Let us know.
We got the U.S. All-Star team playing the Mexican College All-Star team down here in Chihuahua, Mexico. So
nice.
I'm the head coach. I got it. Les Kenny's my offensive coordinator. We got half U.S. coaches, half Mexican coaches.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
thanks for the invite.
Thanks for inviting me, Coach.
Hey, thanks for the invite. Hey, Gio, thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach Mazzoni. I would have loved to, coach the D-line up. Thank you.
Hey, I ran all 3 of you guys through the Mexican database, and you would have been arrested at the border.
Okay.
JB said he'll never go to Mexico anyway, so there's no point of inviting him. So
I was gonna go. No, last couple years ago, he got a job out there. I was gonna go out there. He was out there living on the water and shit. Like fuck.
Beautiful out there.
Hey, Noah, you back next week in the States?
Yeah, I get back Sunday.
Hey, I got hacked and all that shit, so I didn't get to come out to Pat's, but I am coming out for Christmas.
Oh, good. I'll be here. Yeah, you didn't come for Thanksgiving?
Nah, because I got that whole hacking shit, and it was all fucked up. So
I drove by Perez's house. He lives like maybe 4 minutes from me.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one down on
Yeah.
All right, guys. Gio, I'll hit you up when I get back.
All right, I'll see you next week.
All right, brother.
Hey,
Gio, real quick, let's keep you on. You got a minute?
I got time for sure.
All right, cool. Hey, Smitty didn't know. So break down. We talked and watched a QB the other day, and we watched some quarterbacks, and we were talking about these street agents getting a hold of these guys. And I went and spoke at the gala last night in San Diego. Great event. gave the Coach of the Year award out. Achilles Smith's son won the MVP of San Diego. Eric Weddle was runner-up for Coach of the Year, by the way, Smitty. So I wish I'd have gave it to him. That'd have been a great little moment. But another guy got it. Sova Cool, I believe his name is. He got the award. So it was a good deal. Explain that you coached Spencer Rattler, and you were on Netflix show as well. You're on the QB1 deal. Explain how you coach him and you break all these bad habits that these street agents, put it in tune and grain in them. You break the habits. You get them for a long time. They leave you, and they come back, and you're like, who the fuck's coaching these kids?
Yeah, most of the time my kids start with me when they're really young. So luckily, 95% of my guys started with me when they're 8 to 10 years old. You know what I mean?
Perfect age, yeah.
Yeah, and so most of them are loyal, very loyal. Like you said, there's so many other guys around the corner that tweet them, troll them, hey, come train with me, blah, 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 blah. And if you want to go train with that other dude, see you later. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. You know what I mean? But so I've been fortunate because I got my guys. I'm able to stick with them for a long period of time, so I can kind of navigate them through all the garbage that's going to happen. But there's no doubt, for sure, when they come back after a season, you would think they would be, tip top sharp. They're rusty with them. Their mechanics are bad. They're rusty. They haven't worked on any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just. I get it. There's no time for it really in Indy and all that stuff. You got your practice period, but you're trying to get them back to, trying to get their equilibrium back when they come back. Get them sharp again and get them doing things mechanically correct, because they just don't spend the time on that. You probably know that too, Smitty, right? It's not as much technique once the season starts, right? I mean, you got your drills, but then it's all game planning and. What defense we're doing, what stunts we're doing, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, and you kind of lose your edge 100%. A little bit, So that's the main thing is just kind of see if they're doing some goofy things now. Like how'd that start? What do you do? Who told you to do that? Right. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I handle. Most of my kids are real good about trying to listen and fix it. And if they don't want to, you don't need me. I always tell kids, you don't need to pay me to throw bad. You can throw bad for free in the park. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? No, it costs you nothing to be bad. You know what I'm saying?
Shaun King. We got Shaun King on it twice a week. And he's like, man, these guys just can't. They struggle at making layups now. Meaning taking a three and throwing it on time. Fucking just throwing a hitch ball. Throwing a check down. They just can't even make a layup now. And Cam Ward comes to mind. Like, he misses too many layups.
I noticed that. I noticed that. The easy throws. You know what I mean? The ones that keep the sticks and chains going. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everybody wants the highlight play.
Yeah. I mean, the highlight plays are phenomenal, right? But at the end of the day, it's 3rd and 6. I need a first down, man.
It's like those films we just watched, right?
Yeah.
If they're not popping off the screen right out the gate, we got to move on.
Yeah.
And Smitty, especially if I'm watching Smitty and everyone's telling me about Smitty, and I get him on the film, and he looks like a brick shit house. He's built. He can move. He's quick. And I don't know how tall he is, and he's only 5'9", and he's 295. And I'm looking at him with a hard dick, thinking he's 6'3". And I get a hold of him, and he's 5'9". I'm sitting there like, man, you guys got to put your measurables on these things.
Hey, can I make another point? Don't lie about how tall you are and
we're gonna find out.
And how fast. Don't lie.
We're gonna find out.
Tell my kids that all the time, man. You're going to get eyeballed up, and they're going to go, you ain't 5, because if I come there, like you said, looking for 6'2", and I'm getting 5'10", even though you may be what you were, it still throws me off. It still throws these coaches off of because they might have, like, this, JB, a lot of coaches want a 6'2" guy. They don't want a 5'10" guy. A lot of guys don't care. But a lot of guys, it matters.
I mean, I look at myself and I'm 5'11" and like a half. And when I was getting recruited, people would pass up on me just because I wasn't 6'1", like an inch and a half, 2 inches taller.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Penn State came and watched. I think they were there to watch my friend Sheldon work out, but obviously I'm working out too, so they see everything. And they told my D-line coach, was like, man, that kid was 2 inches taller. We'd offer him a scholarship. And this is before I had got my first scholarship. So when I heard that, I was like, damn, well. nothing I can do about that. So you're right, you know. So you might as well just keep it real because they're gonna come see you anyway. So I do think you could probably give yourself 1 inch though. Like if you're 5'10", I think you can say you're 5'11".
You're playing cleats and a helmet, right? You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? You're gonna get another couple inches.
Smitty lied 3 inches. Smitty's 5'7". He told everybody he's 5'10". Hey, real quick, Coach Gio, before you leave, what is your thought on the college playoff bracket, man? Get your thought on someone that sees this and knows the transition. You're 10 years older than me, so you've been around prior to way back when it was just a true national champ to the BCS to now the college playoff. Now we've expanded it again. Smitty and I was debating this. You heard when you came in. Where are you at with this thing right now? To me, it just seems like we've given the same 4 teams extra time to prove they're the same 4 teams that they've been for the last 4 playoff years. So I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like Smitty kind of said, it'll all work itself out, you know, at some point. But it's so hard. It's hard to say who deserves what, you know. Like it really is. It's like this. When I look at it, I'm like, there's some teams in there that just they probably, you know, should have been where they were. You know what I mean? And like I'm with you, Coach. I'm looking at Indiana. You know, I like them.
I like the story. Yeah.
I like the story. I like the quarterback a little bit too. Number 9, good player.
Yeah.
You know, but what they got absolutely boat raced by the best team that they played. If I'm correct, right? I mean, they got it handed to them. They beat nobody.
They destroyed them. Yeah.
I mean, Boise. I mean, you're in the Mountain West. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's conferences. You know, not. I don't know. You know what I mean?
My whole point to Smitty is this, Gio, is this really the best that we could do? That's just my whole thing. I mean, I get more, but more is less often more than
a lot of times it is. You're right. A lot of times it's just you know, this is going to add more money and you know what I'm saying, and more stuff like this for college football. So I think some of it's a business decision, and maybe they'll work the kinks out after this year and get the right formula and get the right team, you know, after they see how this goes down, get all the right teams in there are supposed to be in there. But I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like just like you said, I mean, there's some teams in there for sure that you figured would be in there. What do you guys think about Alabama in there?
I as much as I don't like Miami and how bad they are on defense, they've also beat more teams than Alabama in my opinion.
That's what I thought too.
They've lost to less teams. Like Alabama's losses to me stick out more than their win. They beat Georgia, in my opinion.
Right.
Like the SEC is clearly down because of the portal and how watered down and saturated football is, in my opinion. I don't believe there's a power conference anymore. Number one. Number two, that's just my opinion. Number two, I don't believe that. I believe the losses matter. In Ohio State's case, they lost 2 games. They didn't beat anybody. Ohio State beat a mediocre Penn State team who struggled at SC.
100%.
I mean, Penn State hasn't beat anybody either.
And let's be real. Michigan's not Michigan right
now.
Not even close.
So y'all tell me who's the top 5 teams in y'all opinion then? Like top forget 5? The rankings, like the top 4. Let's go for it. Who's the top 4 teams in y'all opinion?
Without a playoff, let's just say
without a playoff, just the best 4 teams.
I'm gonna put Oregon up in there. I watched their defense the other night. And you know what I mean? And I'm looking at it not just from an offensive standpoint. I'm like, that's a defense. You know, they sacked my kid 10 times. You know, my kid started for Washington. Damon, but not much he could do. You know what I'm saying? That defense was nasty. So
I'm gonna have Oregon in there, obviously. So we both have Oregon. You have Oregon, Smitty.
Oregon, I got Oregon for sure. Yeah.
So we'll break it down before Gio leaves. That's consensus. One team has all 3 of our votes. All right.
So we're good with that. Cool.
So now Texas lost to Georgia, the only team they played really, because they have played nobody either.
Right.
And they struggled to move the ball against an A&M team that, to me, the head coach lost them the game or gave them any shot at winning the game. So but consensus, I would think all 3 of us would have Texas in there because of the Sark factor, the QB factor, and the athletic talent they have on the roster, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Smitty?
100%. Texas and Oregon.
So we got 2 teams in there. Now, go ahead. You 2 give me your 3rd and your 4th team because I'm torn.
It is tough, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why it should only be 4.
No. Stop right here. This is why it should be 12. We're looking at the same thing differently. You're saying we're all admitting that. Damn, after the first two teams, I don't even know.
All right, let me pause you.
No. So if you don't know, let's let them compete and they'll show us.
But we will know. No, but we will know. That's the difference, Smitty. We will know. If we continue on the path that's been, Gio, for as long as it's been, Penn State plays in the what this week?
They play in the Big Ten.
They play in the Big Ten title game. Ohio State doesn't, by the way. So that automatically, to me, losing to Michigan, not even playing in your own conference title, is out. You're gone. But we've given them another extended week of stay because now we have a 12-week, and somebody here is going to lose.
Yeah.
And guess what's going to happen, Smitty? Penn State's going to lose to Oregon, and they're going to say, well, Ohio State beat Penn State, and now you're going to be in. To me, it's backwards.
I was going to ask you that. Ohio State did play Penn State, right?
Yeah, that's their only win.
No, they saw each other, right?
Yes.
So yeah, hell yeah. If you go out here and lose the Big Ten title, you're not gonna be in front of me.
Your conference title, Smitty.
But I beat you. Jamie, we did the same thing last year. If we saw each other face to face, mano y mano, me and Coach Gio, me and JB get in a fight. We fight 1-on-1. I beat his ass. But then later on, I get a tough, close loss against somebody else that I shouldn't have lost to. JB goes and then he goes on and keeps winning all his fight. Then he loses a fight, right? We got the same record now. We got the same record, but when we fought, I beat your ass. I'm in front of you. You can't be in front of me when I beat you.
You're taking it out of context. We're talking about just the 4. We're going to just do our 4 best. And if it was the normal way, Penn State would knock itself out this week. And them and Ohio State, in my opinion, should not be in.
Okay, all right. So
it's just 4 because Ohio State lost to Michigan and Oregon, who just beat both of you. Oregon's clear cut the best team in the thing.
What do we think about? What do we think about Notre Dame right now? What do we think about them?
They're playing well since they lost to a MAC school. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, they did.
They're rolling though. I got Notre Dame in my top 4 because they're rolling. That was a bad loss to NIU, but it happened so long ago. I almost forget.
History tells me that Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee probably would mud stomp them.
But we can't go off history. We got to go off now.
I get it. But what I'm saying is they'll go in as a 4, right?
Right, they will.
They're going to play Texas or Oregon and get mud stomped. And then we're going to be looking at why to expand to a 12-team playoff. See, that's the problem. Y'all think because this team goes in there at the 4th spot, gets mud stomped. Now we need more games because the 4th seed got beat. Remember when TCU got in and everybody's talking shit about TCU in the 4th other. They beat Michigan in the round 1.
Yeah.
Like why are we dismissing the fact they won a playoff game?
Yeah, but
there's no but.
Michigan lost that game.
It don't matter, but they scored. Both of them scored what 55?
That's still scoring. Yeah.
So you can't say they didn't deserve to be in it, right, Smitty? They won a goddamn playoff game. Now did they get waxed? Did they get waxed afterwards?
In the championship game?
I get it.
Destroyed. I can't even watch
it. I get it.
By the time I put my chip in my salsa and had my first wing, the game was over.
That was
Smitty, but that was why the discussion started about this whole expansion shit, because we had a national title game that was a blowout.
Unwatchable. Yeah.
That was it. But nobody's tripping last year. But nobody's tripping on Florida State's whole team opting out and getting shellacked by Georgia in a bowl game by 60 and now turning their season this year into an absolute joke. No one wants to bring that up, though. See what I'm saying? To me, it's a joke. To me, we got to start somewhere else. We got to stop it from starting. Then it matters in the 4-game playoff. Now we want to add 12. Now next year it's going to be 14. Then it's going to be fucking 20. Come on, man. I just think it's
Gio, I guess look, I hear what JB's saying. I guess for me, if there's ever in every year, there's always some type of disagreement on which 4 should get in. 15. So to me, 12 teams. Now to me, I think 8 teams would have been perfect. The playoff, 8. I think 8's the sweet spot, but 12, cool. 12 teams. It eliminates all arguments, all doubt, all whatever. Because at the end of the day, these guys got to go out there and show us now. So
all right, so real quick, Smitty, you got to go move your car. Gio got to go. We got to take a break.
I just want to see. I'm curious to see.
Well, who's your other 2 teams, though? You guys got to give me your other 2 teams.
I got Oregon, Texas. I got Notre Dame, and then it kind of depends, right? Because with Georgia's playing Texas in the SEC championship game.
Like, let me ask you something. If Penn State loses to Oregon, do you not? And SMU beats Clemson. Who? Can we be honest? Is SMU not the 4th team in?
To me, I was going to say SMU, to be honest with you.
Like, I'm being honest, dog. Like, they passed the eyeball test. They can score with anybody. Their defense is legit.
Yeah, they just haven't been seen as much as everybody
SMU
else.
would jump Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia.
They're
good, they have one loss. They'd be 11-1 conference champs, Smitty, in the ACC.
They're good.
I'm just saying, why would you not? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be your Final Four argument right there. If they win and Penn State loses, right? Notre Dame goes to 3.
And then what? Georgia loses because Georgia's in the ACC championship, right? Georgia and Texas, right?
Yep.
So you're also assuming Georgia loses then, right?
Yeah, because Texas. But even if they won,
now if Georgia win, they got to be in.
Then Texas, in my opinion, would be out. 2 losses to the same team.
Yeah, you're out.
2 losses to the same team. SMU jumps you. There's no question about it.
Big jump though. Damn.
Not really, because they're going to beat Clemson. They're going to beat Clemson.
17 though. Clemson ain't even.
Tennessee's not even in a conference title game. I thought the conference championship mattered in this whole selection.
That's what
you didn't even go to a conference title game. Either did Ohio State. Those 2 should automatically be leaped.
Why are they both ahead of SMU right now, in your opinion? Then
because of the conference they're in.
Conference ACC, I think. Yeah.
It's just historically. No, Smitty, it's not about pointing the finger. Let's be honest. The SEC is going to get more love than anyone else. Look at the SEC teams in that deal. You got Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, all in the top 5.
Right.
I mean, excluding, Penn State loses and then you take out SMU. So Ohio State's not in a conference championship. Either is Tennessee. To me, SMU in the just like right now, if I was, looking at the 4, even though it has them at 8, I would have them at 5 right now in the playoff picture. I would have SMU at 5 because they're actually in the conference title game.
Yeah.
Now, if they beat Clemson,
now they jump to 4.
To me, they're in. That's just my take. But I don't know. Gio, it's always a pleasure. We'll see you next week. If you can get some quarterback film, put it out on Twitter or something. We'll show it every Wednesday on our little Eye in the Sky Don't Lie segment.
Yeah, let's do it for sure, guys. Sounds great.
I bet.
You guys have a great day. Yeah,
you too.
All right, Smitty, go move your car. Great discussion. I just think that's where I'm at with the bracket. We're going to do our NFL power rankings. You're going to break it down and give me your take on my ranking. My power rankings later, not our performances, our rankings. We're going to break that down a little bit later in the show. Coach Fred will join us.
My brother.
And we'll go take a commercial break real quick. You go move your car. You're not even at the studio and got to move your car. It's crazy. Crazy. Hey, by the way, you know my boy Enoch that does all their stuff.
That's my boy, yeah.
This motherfucker's rent. He got like a 400 square foot apartment. Not to put his business out there, but he got a 400 square foot apartment at 17482 Irvine Boulevard in Irvine, California. Not to put his business out there, but he caught a letter, homie, on a 400 square foot apartment that they're bumping his rent up to $4,800 a month. I said, if you don't go live on my boat or something, you can get the
where the hell he staying at? He must be
living over there with the white folks.
He living with the nice folks. He living with
white folks.
He over there with LeBron and them. That's crazy.
Not nice folks, white folks.
My crib way bigger than that, respectfully. And I
Who's those nice folks? Who's the nice folks?
Huh?
Who's the nice folks?
You tell me.
White folks. But LeBron and them not white.
I know. But they, you know what I mean? They in that section. You know what I mean? Brentwood, yeah.
$4,800 a month, homie, is more than my mortgage on a 3,000 square foot acre house.
I mean, my rent's more than your mortgage too, though.
That to me, that's what I'm saying.
You put a big down payment down. You got the crib during a time when the market was low.
Y'all gotta know. You gotta, like, if you're gonna pay that rent, you might as well say, all right, let me look into a lease option to buy or a first time home buyer.
Yeah, I hear you, JB, but you understand you're 50 years old, so you've had time to like stack up money.
48.
Get that 3%.
No, I've never stacked any money. Never
get the 3% saved up so you can actually purchase a house.
I never snacked any money.
Yeah, but you got big, large lump sums of money at one time.
But I still gotta make the system.
You got a New York #1 bestseller. You've done things where you've gotten big chunks of money all at once. So where you can take that money as a down payment for a crib, and now you're in a good position. The problem is the down payment, homie. The down payment.
Really,
a lot of young people
you
don't have
need a
that
down
yet.
payment, homie. If you're a FHA or first time
3.5 of a million is still a lot, homie.
Yeah, but homie, you can get a first time home buyer deal. Right now, the interest rates are so fucking crazy. Like, I'm just saying, it's all fucked up right now for you. So just quit using excuses, though.
But rent, I'm cool with rent right now. Like, rent is not always a bad thing. It depends on where you at in life. I'm cool with renting right now. I don't want to like solidify myself right now and get a house. I don't know where I'm gonna end up yet. So I'm cool with just renting right now.
Can you go move your car because we got a show to finish?
Yeah, go to commercial break, homie.
You're the narrator, homie.
All right, Barely. Let's go to commercial. When we come back, we got Coach Fred.
Fuck! Hey, dog, they saw a motherfucker walking around Miami Dolphins camp. What's cracking? You trying to play?
They capping.
Uh-oh.
To Texas, to California. I've been here in Atlanta in my studio creating content as an influencer, as a YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
Hey, Lion, that's crazy. It's great to meet it. Just make shit up, huh?
Yeah, I've been telling you I am.
You know how it go, bro. They look at what's hot, what's popping. And I think one of my missions being in media is you still have to vet the information. These days, they want to be the first to post. Hey, I said it first, blah, 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 not having any truth or merit to it. And it's like, my girl hit me yesterday and said, motherfucker, you in Miami? You in Charlotte?
Hey, yeah, that's real. Hey, girl gonna find out. She gonna be like, where the fuck you at?
FaceTime you. Hey, where you? I thought you said you was a
because a lot of people live vicariously through you. So what happens to you, it also happens to them. So even your outreach, they like, yo, congratulations to Cam. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, hold on. Let me make sure he ain't, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely heard it. I definitely seen it. And this is a fedora that I have on, but what most people wear on their hat, this was a definitely cap situation. You know what I'm saying?
It's capping. Hey, I told people before, I was like, man, I recruited Cam years ago before he went to Blinn, and you signed with Franchione's kid, and I was like, man, I was trying to get that motherfucker to Compton, boy. And your take with Tyreek Hill getting pulled over, Smitty and I had a huge argument about it. I saw your take, and I'm like, we had an argument. And then and I was like, does that go back to JUCO though? What you just kind of stated and saying, hey man, I got a different look, I got a different eye now on these folks with my skin tone and the motherfuckers that maybe they're not just what everyone else in the media uses as an agenda. I told Smitty and I said, when you got a kid, when you have a daughter or a son, and you got a different lifestyle, you'll tell that motherfucker to keep the motherfucking window down. 100%. And I think it changes people's mindset. And Smitty young, Smitty 30, and he's like, well, still, two things could be true. It didn't have to happen afterwards. Like, well, yeah, but it would have never got to that point. And I think that was your take as well. But does it go back to JUCO looking and saying, you know what, Franchione was a white boy, and he actually looked out for me. It's not just, do you look at that now as a grown man and say, that might have changed my thinking?
Well, that's a whole loaded question. The first I will go to the Tyreek situation. Man, I love Tyreek, bro. A Georgia boy who, I have the utmost respect for, and his skill set and talent, right? When I look at my takes as a sports personality now, covering sports in a football adjacent show, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's my job. I looked at it like I was the OG in the locker room where people don't say it, but they always want to hear what you got to say, right? Yeah. And when I analyzed the whole situation, I was one of the million people that heard and got the ESPN update on their phone as I'm walking into church, and I'm like, what? Hold up. So,
Do we have footage? Do we have this? And then when you see the initial footage of him on the ground, it's like, oh my God, what the fuck, right?
Right.
But when you get the whole police dash cam and you see what transpired and how it escalated and how it could have been de-escalated at times, he didn't uphold his end of the bargain. And as any true friend, as any true person that's in your social circle or any true teammate, it's your job to not just be the yes man, to be like, yo, bro, I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, dog, you could have got
foul. Yeah,
like,
you foul.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, Tyreek. Like, my boy. Oh, you got out, bro. You could have handled that way differently too. And even with this situation, a lot of times cats don't be willing to lose a friendship because of the truth. It's like, yo, bro, I'm just here to report what I deem you to be and uphold yourself and your morals as a way. It could have been anything. Obviously, it was a police situation where I tried to give perspective for my children, right? And all children. But it could have been a domestic situation. It could have been, you just acting as if you're normal in a club where you're being disrespectful, belligerent, whatever you want to kind of call it. These are things that accountability has to be held at all times.
Mike Bundy said his 2-bedroom apartment in London was $8,500 a month.
$8,500?
Yeah.
Y'all boys got money, boy.
Mike Bundy got cheese. Mike Bundy might be the dumb.
I thought my rent was high, boy. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna tell what I'm paying because I want people being in my business. And oh, Smitty got money. I thought he was broke.
Smitty pays $5,100 a month. I mean, I'll tell him.
Damn, homie, that's crazy as hell.
I'll tell him.
You supposed to be boy. You put my rent out. You put the homie address out. You've been doing everything. Cole Mazzoni about to put your boy address out here. So he said, yeah, he just moved next door to me over here on 5268 Lakeshore Drive. I was like,
hey, white people must be a thing for regular white folks.
Yeah, just throw out the address. They just because y'all life is different.
And Shaun King.
Shaun King, but he's like white adjacent. Like he grew up in like the white people in Florida, Tampa Catholic, that type of area. The thing about it, JB, is y'all didn't grow up with having fear of anything. Y'all didn't grow. Y'all had your doors unlocked, everything. Y'all didn't have to grow up in the environment.
I gotta fact check you. Holy shit! Because my dad grew up in the same part of Florida Shaun King did. You know that's lying. And
Shaun King's from the hood, by the way.
Your dad from the hood, though, baby. Your dad from the hood.
So is Shaun King.
Shaun lived there for a hot second, and then he moved. His family moved and stuff like that. Well, Shaun explained to you on Friday.
Shaun's gonna check you.
I know Shaun watching right now. That's why I'm fucking with him.
He's
been texting me. I know. That's why I'm messing with him. Shout out to Shaun, man. But yeah, white people like they be like, y'all grew up so easy that y'all just think everything's
He's also mad at you and Bailey. He's also mad at you and Bailey prime sexuals.
He's also mad at you too. See, he's texting us separately. He's talking shit about you on my side.
That's fine.
He's probably doing the same thing to you on yep.
He called you what? Old boy called you the hacker.
Nah, he called you. I can't even say that.
I want to give out cats' addresses and shit so maybe they can get hacked and take some heat off me.
You should do that.
That's a bitch made move. A lot of cats don't realize how bitch made they are nowadays. The cat will just throw you under the bus just so they're not under the bus no more.
Like this cat right here. Freak a League 2 leak. Smitty from the white part of Indiana.
Is he a member?
He a member. His members only chat, so he can stay. But he's still soft though. That don't change that. Because you're a member don't mean you ain't soft. I mean you ain't weak.
You are from the white part, though.
I'm from far east side. Y'all know how I work. Shout out to Post Road, 21st and Mid-Hoffer, German Church, 16th the Post, Arlington. Y'all know what's going on. Far east side, man. Stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us, man. And I got my hoodie on. I didn't even know I had it on.
Shit like country. Can we do our power rankings?
I don't have a power rankings. You got a power rankings I'm going to react to.
Yeah, you're going to critique it, hopefully.
Let's see it.
Your critiquing is horrible, but we'll see.
This is a trash-ass list. This is a trash list.
Why? Because the black quarterback-led Ravens aren't on it?
Nah, the Ravens shouldn't be on the power rankings right now.
Good. Then what's trash about it, homie? Let's break it down. Go through all my list right now.
Why are the shitty Chiefs at number 5, homie?
Where would they be?
This is your power ranking. So that means we're not worried about how they played last week. We're looking at everything, how they're playing. We're putting everything into consideration right now. Yes, they lost one game. I get all that.
Oh, so you're actually thinking they should be off, is what you're saying.
Yes, they should be off. Yes.
Kudos to you, homie. I can fucking congratulate. Kudos to you. Goddamn, you actually came over a little bit to the dark side.
Why are you surprised? Like, I know football, homie, and my eyes
No,
work.
I'm just saying. I'm glad that you're actually, because I debated at putting them at 6, but the truth is the truth.
I put the Packers above them right now, though. I'm gonna keep it funky with you, homie.
Things can be true, homie. They are 11-1 in the men's league.
I'm putting the Packers in front of them right now, homie. They on the winning streak. They got the Lions tomorrow night. Actually, that's gonna tell me a lot tomorrow. Packers and Lions Thursday night, prime time, Amazon. Download the app.
All right, so I got the Packers are sitting outside at my 6th spot. I went back and forth, but this is power rankings. This isn't last week's performance. You seem to be thinking the Chiefs got by another lucky win, and you're like, oh, they're still in the top 5, dog. They're 11-1.
Chiefs are the Eagles of last year.
They're about to host another AFC title run, Smitty. Come on, dog. Listen, I'm a Chief. You know who I am about this Chiefs Queen.
You love the Chiefs now. You didn't switch up. You love my home.
But I got to be honest, dog. You still got to have them in this list. Come on.
You're a Taylor Swift fan, homie. I saw your playlist. Don't lie to me.
Here's my. If we did a top 7 list, I think
Hold on, no. You ain't got the Steelers above them.
No, the Steelers would be 6, and the Packers would be 7.
You fucked up. Nah, you fucked it. You know the Steelers are above the Chiefs right now. Look at your face. I can tell by your lip right now, the way your lip is sitting right now. Y'all can always tell when JB's trying to hold his laugh in or hold his little stuff in.
Listen, I'm serious. I can't put them over the Chiefs yet, though. Like, seriously. Can we – okay, the Bills beat the Chiefs, okay? Let's just go process of elimination. The Lions are playing better than anybody. They struggled a little bit last week. The Eagles are on a hot streak. Like, let's just be honest. The Bills are on a hot streak. The Vikings lost 2, and then they've won 4 in a row again. They're back to 9-2 again to the team. We were like, oh, shit, the Vikings are going to win 10 games this year? Nobody expected that. And then the Chiefs are 11-1, Smitty, and we got them at 5, and we're bitching and moaning about putting them off the top 5 power ranking, not the weekly performance. Power rankings. They've been atop the power ranking all year. How are you going to
look good, JB?
It don't matter. You can't take them off, though.
They remind me of the Eagles last year or the Vikings, I want to say 2 years ago, where they were like 10-1, 11-1, but we was watching the games. We was like, man, at some point, I'm telling you, this shit's going to hit the fan.
How many games have the Steelers lost, Bailey?
With Russell Wilson, I think 1 with Russell Wilson against the Browns.
Period. Now we're going to talk about just they got they're a separate record
because it's the power rankings though, homie. So
no, the Steelers have lost 3 games, homie. The Vikings have lost 2 games.
Justin, they lost 1.
So why the Vikings aren't ranked ahead of them? What do you mean? I don't get it.
I think Russ is 6-1 or some shit right now.
Okay, but but by the way,
you got him as your MVP and comeback player of the year.
So you would have the Steelers ahead of the Vikings who have less losses?
No, I would have Steelers. No, Steelers would be at 5. Steelers would be at 5.
Bailey wants the Vikings below the Steelers.
Oh, well, Bailey young. I put Steelers at 5. I put Packers at 6, and I put the Chiefs at 7. Why be saying Bailey young? He be getting pissed.
I mean, Bailey has an opinion. He thinks the Vikings are below the Steelers. I love the Steelers. I think the Steelers are a legitimate AFC contender. I think the Bills and the Steelers are going to play in the AFC title game. The issue is they're not, body of work-wise, they've had 2 QBs. They figured themselves out a little bit. They've lost more games than the Vikings. The Vikings have beat in my opinion, better teams to date. And the Steelers have just started to get in their divisional rival. The Vikings and the Lions have already kind of played their hand. Vikings beat the Packers head-to-head. The Lions and the Packers play tomorrow for what could be a huge shift in this power ranking thing. And the Vikings can bump up. I think that the Vikings are for real at this point in the season, but the Chiefs still have 11 wins.
Let me ask you this, man. If I put this to your head and I ask you, who do you trust right now more? And I said, Vikings or Steelers.
What do you put in my head?
Saying? Huh?
What are you putting into my head?
I can't really tell you. I mean, we on YouTube. I want to get canceled.
Right now, I'm taking the Vikings. Sean King, stop. Sean King, the Vikings are not ass cheeks. They beat better teams.
What Sean say?
They beat better teams, homie.
He said Vikings are ass. Yeah, the Vikings ain't ass. I ain't gonna say all that, but they're not better than Steelers though. I agree with you. They're not better than Steelers. Steelers got a better defense, and they got a better quarterback, the more experienced quarterback, and they got the better head coach. Am I lying? Anything I say a lie. Steelers got better defense. They got a better.
I don't know, man. Vikings defense is underrated, homie. Baby, look up the stats. The Vikings defense top 5, homie.
No, for sure. No, Vikings defense is good, but Steelers are better. So Steelers defense is better. They have
whose offense is better?
Better quarterback, Russell Wilson over Darnold, and they got the better head coach. Better head coach. Huh?
Russell Wilson's not better than Darnold this year, though.
You say he should be in the MVP conversation and comeback player of the year at the beginning of the show. What changed in the first couple hours?
No, I said should he be? That was a poll question.
But why are you asking that though?
Because he's the way he's playing.
Okay. So bring that up.
But he's not playing better than 10-win team Sam Darnold. He's not. Sorry.
I got JB on the rope right now. You see what I did? Because earlier I was the one that said Sam Darnold. It shouldn't be a conversation. He was the one defending Russell Wilson. Now he kind of bring it back.
The Vikings offense is much better than the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Sam Darnold has had a better year. He started from game 1 all the way through 12 games. Russell Wilson has missed 6 games. There's no way you can't tell me Sam Darnold's not having a better year.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that we can't ask a question of how well Russell's played since.
I still trust Russ over Sam Darnold though when it matters the most until Darnold shows me differently.
That's
fair.
Yeah, we could agree to disagree all day though, but you didn't say that. You said right now is a better year. He's not having a better year though.
No, I see he's a better quarterback.
Yeah, I don't.
For example, Mahomes is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. He's having a better year? Hell no. But he's a better quarterback. So it's two different conversations.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford ain't having a better year than Sam Darnold. Matthew Stafford's a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. So you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
The Vikings are scary, and this is why.
Yep.
Because if he gets hurt, Daniel Dimes is there, and he can win him a playoff game. Yeah! Danny Dimes already went into Minnesota and won a playoff game. He's going to win them a playoff game this year. Homie. Daniel Dimes will win them a playoff game. Danny Dimes, great. Best decision during the season we could have had.
Danny Dimes had New York Giants fans like this in the crowd, covering their face up because they didn't want people to know that they were a fan of the Giants. Stop it.
Cold, homie. It was cold.
Stop it, homie.
It was cold, homie.
You were right about Darnold. I'll give you that. You ain't right about Danny.
It was cold, homie. Hey, Coach Fred is on the road recruiting, man. It's a critical time of the season. He ain't going to be able to call in. It's snowing.
Ain't no excuses. No, you got to pull over and call in. I ain't seen Coach Fred in 2 months. Tell him to pull over and call in.
That's you because you've been missing.
Tell him to pull over and call in. We got hacked last week. I didn't see him.
I got a stat of the day.
What's the stat of the day? It better be a good one. I'm going to be pissed off.
1970 to 2020. How many years is that?
That's a lot of years. That's 50 years.
Okay, 50 years. 1,312 athletes suffered from cardiac arrest and died. 1,312 in a 50-year span. You got what I said so far.
Mm-hmm.
2021 to 2002 and 22, 1 year span. 1,600 athletes have died from cardiac arrest.
Mm.
Do I need to repeat it?
Mm-mm.
In 50 years, 1,300 athletes died. In 1 year, 1,600 athletes died. Stat of the day, homie.
Talk about a mood shift and a mood changer. I don't want to laugh no more. I don't want to joke. This motherfucker we went from Sam Darnold, the Vikings ain't, the Packers ain't. Stat of the day: 1,600 people died from cardiac arrest in 1 year.
No, athletes. Remember, it's athletes.
Just saying.
You can say what you want on me. It's a fact. Go look it up. You guys go Google it.
I'm not saying you're lying. I don't know.
What I'm saying though is, weed and Taco Bell, homie, is a real thing. And when is that going to come? So when I'm dead and buried, homie, and my ass is sticking upwards for all y'all to kiss, I want to make sure that everybody goes back and says, fuck, man, that JB crazy motherfucker was right about Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones. He was right about motherfucking the whole conspiracy theory about this. He was right about that. Weed and Taco Bell, he was dead balls accurate right about. And I'm curious when that's going to come out. He was right about quarterback play.
It will never come out.
Football is, how shitty the 12-team playoff turned out to be, how shitty the NIL and transfer portal was. He was the first one calling that shit out. He was right about Mina Khan not covering cover 2, not knowing what the fuck she talking about. He was right about they're going to 10 years from now, homie, they're going to come out and say that.
Who's they?
Damn, y'all.
I'm not saying that shit. I'm going to tarnish your, when you die, I'm going to tarnish your legacy.
See, that's the thing. See, you just came on this show earlier and said that I wouldn't admit and eat crow. And now you are just saying what all my haters say. Y'all, you just see, that's what I'm telling you. Don't tell your friends too much because they'll become your enemy.
JB, all I'm saying is this. It don't take too much information for you to believe in certain shit. Like the alien shit. You really think we got aliens on this motherfucker right now? Hey, listen, you think you see some fucking UFOs on social media. You think it's real UFO and they really just invading the earth.
In the private chat, Bailey. Can you?
But ain't nobody saw the alien though. So we see the UFO, but we ain't saw no alien on Earth walking and talking.
We saw the alien, homie.
So we got UFOs fucking flying around during the daytime, but we don't see the alien. Where the alien at, homie? Where they at? We got cameras, we got phones.
Why is there so much going on? Why is there so many videos all of a sudden though?
I know it's probably fake or AI, or they're trying shit out. Can I
give you my conspiracy?
The problem is, JB, you got 1,000 conspiracies. That's why we don't believe you.
Can I give you this one?
Sure, it's your last one of the day.
I think because we've seen aliens over France, we've seen them over Russia, we've seen them over China, and now we've seen them all over New Jersey. Guess where? You know what's in New Jersey? Some of our nuclear warheads. They're seeing them over here in March Air Force Base. They're seeing them in all these Air Force bases where we have nukes at. I think that this is straight out of Independence Day, but they're good aliens. I think they're good aliens coming down because we're in the discussion of having a nuclear war right now because of fucking idiots. So what's happening is the good aliens are coming down and they're gonna zap all the nukes when we start shooting them at each other. They're gonna kill them off before it gets out, and they're saving us, Smitty. So you should be on my side here and think we got a good thing going right now. The aliens are on our side right now. They're watching over these nuclear. See how I spun that?
Got you. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool then. I guess we're just living in a movie of Space Jam. We're living in Space Jam right now. The fucking monsters are entering the Earth to save the day.
What do you think about that take?
I think one of your best all-time takes. I agree. The aliens are coming here. We got a video too, Bailey. Go ahead and play that video of the aliens, man. Coming on the Earth.
This was last night in San Francisco, homie.
Oh my God.
This was last night in San Francisco, homie. My homeboy took the video. My homeboy took the video and sent it to me.
They're having a meeting right now.
No, it's a whole. It's like a vagina in space, homie.
Oh, okay.
It's like they've put together this vaginal discreet.
Anyway. So you see your homie said the video, but why say World News on the video if your homie did it?
Because he sent it to him.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. I wasn't trying to question you, and I was just curious to know why World News was on the video that your homie sent to you directly.
No, he sent it to World News, And then, but he sent it to me first and told me. That's why I was doing the gala thing last night. I was speaking.
Yeah. I got you. JB, what's your top 5 conspiracies? Top three conspiracies. So you got the alien one. That's one. You got 2 more. Because you got a lot of conspiracies.
I actually am not an alien guy. I'm fucking with everybody. I'm not an alien guy. I just never have been. I've never seen one alien. I've never seen one light. I've never seen no aliens. Aliens not one of my. It wouldn't be my conspiracy.
All right. Well, I'm not putting you on the spot.
Conspiracies, I think, to me, the conspiracies are like the deep state. I think those are things that I would really be serious about, like deep state, the IRS, fucking 9/11, the shot. I think that's a big one. I don't know.
You believe a lot, JB. Let's move on, though, man, to another big topic and another conspiracy, so to speak. Bloomington PD in Minnesota says in June 2024, 2 months after O.J. Simpson passed away, they got a call from an LAPD detective who advised that Avaley and his attorney met with LAPD and told cops inside the green backpack was a thumb drive with a recording of OJ's confession. Now, police have checked the flash drive in question and determined that not only was there no confession, but there was no OJ or on any of the recordings. It was actually just, I think it's Iraq Avaley, OJ's bodyguard, just talking to himself. So this was big news yesterday at first when it first came out. And then finally later, a couple hours later, they gave us more information. It says
we got to create something, homie.
This is prime time. This is a prime example of like hearing something and seeing something and people just running with it. Not you, just people in general will see this and just run with it. Oh my God, it's a minute, but without doing any. The internet is making us all dumber. I'm not gonna lie, all of us.
I told you that though. For how long?
No, it's making us all dumber because
it's
too much information. Number one, too much wrong information is so easily accessible that it makes us not want to work hard to actually do the deep dive.
What do you mean? I've been telling you this for 2 years, homie.
Little stuff like even when you text, guys, I call myself texting now where like if I'm spelling a word out, I'll stop halfway to wait for the little spell check to populate. So instead of me having to take the time to type it all the way out, I can just click on it to make my job easier. Those are little things subconsciously that to where it's throwing us off. Bring it back full circle. People will see this little post. O.J. Simpson confessed on tape to killing Nicole Brown Simpson ex-bodyguard claims. And that's all they will see. And they will go to their group chat. They will go to their friends or family's house and say, oh my gosh, this is real. O.J. did do it. And not do any homework or backup reading or research on it. So this is something that JB does often. He didn't do it with this topic. I'm just bringing it back full circle. He does this often with other topics that he see, whether it's alien, whether it's politics, whether it's this, whether it's that, and he's not doing a deep dive. It's not his fault. We all do it in different forms of fashion. I do it sometimes. Betty probably does sometimes, and everybody in this chat, Chris, Jada, y'all do it too. But we got to take a step back and get back to the old school to some degree and take the time to read, listen, learn, understand before making a voiced opinion, especially with a big platform like this.
I believe mainstream media is even worse than social media. To just debunk everything you just said. You thought you were cooking so much, and then I just shot you down. I think mainstream media is literally worse. Mainstream media is worse than social media because they've actually had you believe in this shit for a long, long time, and everything they spit at you is wrong. Meaning kind tells you cover 2 is legitimate and you think it's real. I mean, mainstream media has been lying to us for longer than any social media tabloid. And by the way, you know that someone has proven community notes wrong? Me. They tried to check me on Mina Kimes cover 2 thing, and they were wrong. I haven't seen anybody debunk community notes other than me.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reach out to Mina.
That white girl on ESPN in the mornings.
I'm gonna reach out to Mina and I'm gonna interview her on my. I'm bringing the Porsche back, y'all. So I'll let y'all keep y'all posted once that's officially back.
You shouldn't.
I'm bringing the Porsche back. You know what I'm saying? But it's finally monetized.
Yeah,
and the Porsche is fire too. Just real conversations, different vibes. We talk about any and everything, man. Maybe you wish we had something like that. I'm gonna bring Mina on there.
Just caters towards black folks, though.
I'm gonna bring me on there. It's all folks. I'm gonna bring me. It's just real conversations, interviews, and storytelling. We've had whites on there, black.
No whites. No, you haven't had no whites. I haven't seen a white.
We had Rochelle. We had Rochelle Ryan, Sarah J. Lisa Ann, all
Porn
these
stars.
people.
Come on, nobody cares about them, homie. They're porn stars, Smitty.
Well, we
had Lisa Ann on here, and everybody dropped their membership.
I'm gonna get Mita Kimes on, and I'm gonna just interview her, ask her about her journey. I want to learn about her, and I'm gonna give her the spotlight to just share who she is. Because me and her, we cool, we locked in. Shout out to Mita Kimes doing her thing. I ain't got no problem with her. I'm gonna interview her, and I want you to watch the interview when I do it.
I'm gonna watch it.
For me,
but for me, you should not tell her and then bring me in. Boom. And that would get your show blown up.
But you
want help? You want me to help? I'm trying to give you PR advice, homie.
You can't do it, but listen, that one episode will blow up. That one episode, sure, potentially. But now I'm ruining relationships moving forward. Not just with Mina, for all, because people are watching. They're like, damn, he did her like
everybody
that.
That's big.
No. Now they say we can't even trust Big Smitty now.
Look at everybody that's big, Smitty. Nelf boys. All they did was pranks and shit.
I'm gonna always be me though, homie. I'm not
then,
I'm gonna be me. I'm a real one. I ain't gonna never do nobody dirty like that.
You're a real one, then. Do you want to have her on then?
I would never stab you in your back. I'll look you in your eye and say, JB, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. And agree or disagree, this is what I'm doing. I would never stab you in your back. It's not, I wasn't born. I wasn't raised that way. Where I grew, I would lose. My whole city depending on me right now, JB. Naptown depending on me. I can't misrepresent Naptown. I would never do nothing disrespectful to my name, my legacy, the Smith last name, the Newell last name, my pop's last name. I can never disrespect that.
I regret you talking me into getting Lisa Ann on here.
Hey, baby. I miss you so much. Mwah. Well, listen, the problem is, JB, your issue.
I regret it because
you have people on the show where you disagree with.
As your OG, I'm trying to help you out.
She was great on my show. The problem is this ain't the right show for her because of the questions and the topic that you want her to talk about, especially that version of JB. You've grown a lot since then. But we shouldn't have her on here talk about what she was talking about.
After dark, like it'd be different. But like, see, I don't believe that like most people are gonna tune in to a female that got ran through 700 times by 7,000 dicks.
One of my biggest shows, having her on my show. So
of course, because your show's kind of like freaks. Like
no, my show is just like entertainment. Like it's not. We've had everything. Really. We've had rappers, singers. We've had sex therapists, porno star. We've had coaches. We've had big time NFL players. We've had everything on my show, homie. That's why you can't. That's why the Porch coming back. Make sure you go to the Porch Podcast and subscribe right now. And look. You did all that talking about my guy being on the road and driving around and can't do this, can't do that. Don't never put down a black man and what he's capable of doing, whether it's rain, sleet, or snow, if he's recruiting or he's not. We can do it all. And who am I talking about right now, Chad? I'm talking about the one and only Coach Fred, my brother from another. Bring him in on the call. How you doing, Coach?
Hey, Fred, thanks for coming on since I just talked to you and make sure that happens so Smitty doesn't have a clue.
You didn't know he was coming on still.
What up, man? Where you at?
What's up, man? I'm pulling into Tallahassee, making my way down to Central Florida.
All right. Gotcha, Don't look down. Just drive it. You ain't got to look down once you get no accident, Coach.
How the season is?
We finished second in the West, man. Didn't get any help. So we finished second, and we took a shellac in that last game. But, you know, second place finish, first year head coach. We'll take it and build off of it.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, I got to ask you right out the gate because Smitty's gonna have some questions for you, and we only got about 10 minutes, so it's
I got nothing for you.
We'll get you for a few times. Let me ask you, where are you at with this playoff thing, man? This addition by subtraction, more is less. That's how I am. I'm thinking it's more or less. We've basically given the same 4 teams that everybody bitched about for the last 10 years an extra opportunity to be the same 4 teams once again. And I just think this is why I was so against the 12 team and why I will be against the 12 team going forward. We just allowed a team that should be eliminated. Let's be honest. Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Alabama. They should all be eliminated. And then let's be honest. In Arizona State, Boise State, and SMU may have buys. Come on, homie. Let's be real. Is this really the best college football has to offer?
It was a great idea last year.
Right.
I'd say that. It was a great idea last year. But But you know, me and you're old enough to remember that, you know, one loss eliminated you from contention. That's when it meant a lot, you know what I mean? And it was always down to the polls, and then the BCS came about. But, you know, kind of answer your question, I think it kind of allows the SMUs an opportunity, the Boise States, opportunity. But then, like you said, I mean, Alabama could potentially play their way back into this thing. Well, not even play, but have it happen to where they can get in it with the right voters. So I'm kind of like you. Maybe it should have stayed, but it sounded like a great idea last year.
And it still does sound like a great idea. We haven't even seen it yet. Don't let Coach Fred, don't let JB his negative energy go to. You're a positive guy. You're smiling all the time. And JB's tried to like lead you down this direction. He doesn't just ask our guests a question. He asks you the question, but he gives his take right before it to make that energy go into you, to make you feel like you have to agree with him. You ain't got to agree with him. This could potentially be great for football. It gives these smaller schools, whatever, a chance to go out there and prove the world wrong. And at the end of the day, the last 4 teams are going to be the best 4 teams, whatever that may be. So whether that's Texas, Oregon, whatever the best teams this year, it's gonna naturally play out to be what's supposed to be, Coach.
So let me ask you this, Smitty. If Texas get boat raced by Georgia again, should they should they be in with the potential of playing Georgia for the 3rd time?
That's my point.
Put them in the 12th seed.
That's what I've been saying. But why would you want them to play 3 times? How is that good, Smitty?
But they listen. But right now we're just putting what ifs. We're putting what ifs.
But this is what we've been doing, Smitty.
That's a real what if.
This is how it's been. What ifs is what it's always been. Like, I know what if. I know what happened. Ohio State's not even in their fucking conference championship. I know that. I know Penn State is in their conference title game, and they're going to
Ohio State built to ass against Penn State.
Don't matter. Why are you talking about it?
We saw each other, homie, and I beat you. That don't make no sense.
Hold on, homie.
But Smitty,
hey, Fred, you're a guest. We've already argued, Fred. We've already argued, Fred.
But Smitty, that was the whole thing with Florida State last year. They were the conference champ, and they weren't allowed in. So now we're saying the conference champ, even though they lost.
You lost their quarterback, Coach. That was not the same.
It's always something with Smitty. It's always something.
Because I tell the truth. That's what it is. And y'all can't handle the
truth, homie.
Florida State lost their quarterback. Once that went down, they were not a top 4 team no more.
What's the difference with Ohio State? What's the difference with Ohio State not having a quarterback?
They ain't losing no quarterback. They got a whole year.
Their quarterback's horrible, though. What's the difference?
But they had the same guy the whole year. Whatever you think about him, he's there. He's not injured in the last game of the season.
Ohio State has 2 losses, Smitty.
One against the best team in the nation against Oregon, and then a bad one against the biggest rivalry in college sports. Yes.
So now we're counting the rivalry.
But Boise State almost beating them with Ashton Genty doesn't mean nothing with the Heisman, though.
Ain't no almost, you lost.
Now it's almost as lost. This motherfucker right here, boy.
All I'm saying is, it's like you 2 are coaches. I don't see how y'all are mad that we're getting more competition. I don't understand that. We're mad. We're mad at the more competitive game. This is making some of the bowl games matter more now. Because we're getting it is.
It's making it worse. What are you talking about?
Because I feel now, Smitty, if you don't get in, you're going to have a whole team of Ohio State players that did what Florida State did last year.
Hell yeah.
Freaking play.
No. What I mean, let me retract what I said. What I'm saying is, since the playoffs started, period, that diluted the rest of the bowl games. So I understand what you're saying. You're saying if you're not in the playoffs, then all the other bowl games don't matter. What I'm saying is, since it's 12 teams now, we've extended the playoff. We've extended those games. Those are still bowl games, technically speaking, right? If you're in the 12-team playoff. Yeah, so what I'm saying is now more of those matter now, because if you're in that 12-team race, you think, hey, I got a puncher's chance of shocking the world and making this thing happen. So
Bailey, you got to fact check.
That's what I'm saying.
Bailey, that's not a fact at all. The fact of the matter is when the transfer portal hit during the 4-game playoff is when the bowl games became meaningless because cats were entering the portal. Cats were entering the portal to go to the new school, homie. That's why they weren't playing to start the season off. Then they started missing to go into the combine, and half of them didn't even make it to the NFL. So that is why, homie. Don't start talking about it because of the 4-team.
It was the playoff. We always like, if you're not in the top 4, we don't care about your before Brady's bowl and your
that wasn't it at all.
We didn't care about that.
You need to go back and do some research, homie.
Because I played more. I was playing during this time. I know. What are you talking about?
How you gonna tell me that bowl game? How you gonna tell me that the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl and these bowls didn't matter when there was 14 playoff when the BCS turned into the
Cotton Bowl was a part of the 14? If I'm not mistaken.
It did matter. It stopped mattering when you guys allowed the. Yeah, it started mattering when you guys allowed guys to enter the portal during bowl season.
No, I disagree strongly.
Yeah, it did, homie.
I disagree strongly.
Bullshit, it's fact.
The last time bowl games really mattered was before the playoffs period. Before when it was the BCS, we picked the 2 best teams. That's when all the bowl games matter. That's when everybody the Rose, everything else.
That was before but that was before opting out became a thing, though, Smitty.
So hold on, I want to be clear here. So Saquon Barkley playing USC in the Rose Bowl before all this transfer portal shit, that didn't matter to them?
What year was that?
Before the portal thing got big.
Was that before the 14 playoffs?
Yeah.
No, it was during 14 playoffs.
No, it was before. Coach Fred just said it was before.
No, it was the first year of it.
Penn State 12 years ago, homie.
No.
Saquon Barkley was just at Penn State. They played SC. What are you talking about? James Franklin was the head coach. It wasn't Bill O'Brien.
All I'm saying is, from the people I talk to, the teammates I talk to, the sports fans I talk to, the stuff that I watch, bowl games have not been the same since the playoffs started, period. Whether it was the 14,
it's because of the portal.
Bowl games have not been the same because of that.
It's not because of the 14 playoff. So hold on. You literally make 0 sense, Coach.
I don't make 0 sense. I'm saying people only care about the teams in the playoffs.
Hold on, though.
I'll tell you.
So let's say your statement is absolutely
true. Accurate.
Okay, let's make sure. Let's say it is. So you're telling me now that bowl games with 4 teams have been worse, but with 12, it's going to get better?
I'm saying there's more teams that are playing meaningful games that fans consider meaningful.
How do you figure that?
Because
it don't even make fucking sense. You just allowed half the teams in the playoffs.
I'm out right now.
You just allowed half the teams in the playoffs.
Fans only cared about the 4 teams. Now there's 12 teams. There's more games in the playoffs, so there's more games to care about in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. So if you're not in the playoffs, they don't care about you at all. If you're not in that 12, if you wasn't in that 4, the fans didn't care about the game. Am I losing my mind on me? Let me explain it differently.
No, you're not losing your mind. You're just not very bright.
I'm way smarter than you.
Honest.
Check all my shit. GPA, any level. I've been smarter than JB at every level.
Hey, Fred. So
at every level.
I must be tripping, Fred. I must be tripping. So this motherfucker just said that we had a problem with bowl games when it was 4. Now he's saying that the 12, so meaning 8 more teams are going to play because they're added bowl games. Like I'm not fucking retarded, homie. I know what you're saying. But you're going to still not talk about the bowl games not being meaningful no more. So how many shit-ass bowl games are you going to have now with more teams in the playoffs?
Listen, overall, they're still not meaningful. The overall landscape, my first statement was since the playoff structure started, it has eliminated the overall love and passion for the bowl game structure that we grew up knowing.
I push back on that, Smith.
You're missing
only
everything.
Because, and then I've been waiting on you to flip the hoodie on, and then you finally did it. But I'll push back on that because those bowl games were you still had Christian McCaffrey play in the Rose Bowl when it wasn't a national championship game.
So did Luck.
The year after that, the year after that, the opting out thing, once the kid from Notre Dame, Jalen Smith, I think his name was, got hurt.
Jalen Smith, yeah.
That's when it all changed because after that, nobody else was attempting to play in a bowl game. Had nothing to do with the playoffs.
It happened at the same time. That was what, year 2 of the playoffs? I think is what you're listing. It happened. So the Jalen Smith injury
wasn't in they weren't in the playoff. But you still had those type caliber players that played in the Great American Bowl until that happened. And then it was like, nah, I'm going to get ready for the draft.
Yeah,
I'm not going to, I'm not playing. But
I've said that on the show many times. JB's disagreed with me on that before, but I've said that many times.
But I'm just saying though, the biggest time of the year is when, Smitty? New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
It's always been. Like, I don't understand why. And now you're adding more playoff teams to even eliminate further bowl games. And you compile that with the portal. And now guys can leave during bowl season. And you really think you're going to have better games? No.
Which is starting to happen.
I'm only saying better, just for clip before we move on. I'm only saying better games, talking about the playoff teams. I'm not talking about bowl games outside of the 12. Outside of the 12 is gonna still be bad like everybody like it's been. I'm saying the 12.
But you understand what you've done. Simple math, Smitty. You've added 8. Okay, let's just say you've added 8 teams, 4 games, which are basically 4 bowl games that would have been now playoff games.
But they're still bowl games, I believe, right?
Yeah. But they're not. They're playoff games because they can move up. In a bowl game, that's it. Yeah. This is a bowl game to move up into the playoffs. It's all about money. We know that. But I'm saying the 8 games or the 8 teams, 4 games, to me, is going to destroy even more of the normal, regular Ball State playing Eastern Michigan or not in their league, but someone out their league, New Mexico State.
Yeah.
You're going to get those games that should have been played or wanted to be played by players are going to be like, fuck this game. This is the Holiday Bowl East. Like nobody's not playing that game. Now we're talking about Colorado in the Holiday Bowl, and we're acting as if it's the goddamn Rose Bowl. It's not. Like this is how you've enhanced the bowl game because of a popular team is in it. But in theory, it's a shitty bowl game. Like it always has been. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
The prime effect is going to sell tickets, and then everybody's going to be disgusted because at the end of the day, they say they're playing, but are they really going to play in that bowl?
Yeah, they playing for sure.
We saw what happened. Who were they playing that night when the kids just randomly ran into Shador's legs? We seen that happen.
Oh, yeah.
He may dress out, but I mean, again, are they going to really play in that game? But all they wrote about is that the tickets are being sold. It's going to be sold out. The viewership is going to be probably higher than a first round playoff game. So at the end of the day, I'm not being swayed, Smitty. I'm just saying the facts are what the facts are. Those kids come out right now and say they're not playing. How many people is going to that bowl? How many people are going to go to that bowl?
Ain't nobody goes to that bowl. But they're going to play Coach Dion would have just said that just out of GP. So I don't think Shador going to make his daddy look bad by not playing. I'd be shocked if they didn't play.
He'll run out there for the first couple series and then it's done.
Yeah, I can see that too. Here's the issue I can see too, Smitty. The Holiday Bowl is being pushed if Colorado goes or if they go to the Alamo Bowl or whatever.
Alamo. Yeah.
These bowls, though, have been and always have been shit bowls. They've been toilet bowls. The only reason we're talking about them is because you've added 4 playoff games, 8 teams. And that's why those bowl games now have superseded a shitty Alamo and Holiday Bowl game. Because before, you wouldn't even be talking about the Holiday Bowl, and Colorado wouldn't even be playing in it. Or the players wouldn't be playing in it because it's a meaningless game. Now, there's 12 playoff game teams, so that Alamo Bowl is big now all of a sudden. No, it ain't. It's the same shit bowl. We just have more teams in the playoff, and everyone's getting a trophy. That's how I think. Hey, Coach, before you leave, is Travis Hunter minus 6,000 worth Heisman consideration and trophy winner?
I still think the kid from Boise, man, and it's not taking anything away from Hunter. I just, the kid from Boise, to me.
Thank you.
What he's done, I just think it's a deal. And then I'm glad you brought that up because that was one of my questions for you and Smith. Well, you more so because Smitty wouldn't know anything about this. As I'm sitting there and I'm listening to people say that he's better than Charles Woodson. Even Charles Woodson said it. I don't believe it. Champ Bailey did it all at Georgia.
I know.
My question to you, Coach JB.
They don't want to have that conversation.
Okay. That was my question to you.
No, the public don't want to have that conversation. You already know. Because you know, there's a lot of guys, by the way, right now, I believe, that can go both ways. They just don't need to. They don't want to. It doesn't have to. They don't have to.
That ain't Travis' fault.
No, I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm just saying we're acting as if it's.
I can't control what you don't want to do, what you could do. We talking about what ifs. What's going on? He's playing 114 plays a game. He's the best corner on the field, the best receiver on the field at all times. He ain't got interceptions. They won't throw the ball to his whole damn side of the field. He's shutting down the whole side of the field on defense. He's the best receiver on offense. We've never seen this before. We've seen guys be on the field and do different packages, stuff like that. We've never seen 114 plays per game.
Oh, you've seen Ashton Genty do this since when? When have you seen Ashton Genty do what he's doing? Barry Sanders?
Barry Sanders, yeah. No,
you didn't even. By the way, you didn't even see that. Number one, you didn't see it. Number one, and number two, Ashton Genty's doing it at Boise without any help whatsoever, and they actually played a top 10 team.
I make the argument he's at Boise, so
they're in the playoff.
Eating the ball every fucking play.
And they're in the playoff. And they're in the playoff. And they're in the playoff. Your boy's not.
All right, but Heisman's supposed to be the best player in the world, so that's Travis.
I wonder if we got Heisman voters that are watching this segment. Because Smitty just gave a rollout presentation without the PowerPoint
I don't need PowerPoints right here. And I love Ashton. He should get the Doak. Was it the Doak Walker Award? He's the best running back in the country. He's a second place Heisman finalist. That's amazing. He's gonna get first round, second round draft pick.
You just answered my next question.
Yeah.
If the people that are voting for and putting together the list for the best defensive back in the country don't put you on it, how can they hand you the Heisman?
You know why? I'm sorry, Cole.
I think that was a disservice. No, I think that was a disservice. He definitely should have been up for the best, corner in the country, best DB in the country, no doubt about it. Yep. But once you're not, I don't know if you can go to New York and be called on that stage, because now it becomes, I don't want to say a mockery, but now it just becomes one of those deals where he wasn't even put on the ballot for the best corner, but he walks away with the best player in the country award.
You know why? They were wrong in doing that. I think we can agree to that. I'm not saying he should have won or whatever, but to not be top 3 is crazy. But the reason why they're doing that is because he's going to win the Heisman, and he's already up for everything else. He's up for the Political.
It don't work that way, Smitty.
So they're trying to spread the wealth.
That's not how it works.
It don't work that way. You always knew.
That's my opinion.
You're just making up rules now.
Huh? Coach Fred, I hear what you said.
The Davey O'Brien Award was always the guy that was going to win the Heisman. You knew who won that award. It went hand in hand with the Heisman. So I get, what you're petitioning for, but it don't go that way.
I'm saying what I'm saying is the college, the voters don't want to give one player damn near every award, because he could get the Biletnikoff, he could get the Jim Thorpe, he get the Heisman, he get the different. At some point, damn,
Hey, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. We're over time. We're going to leave here. Let me ask you this, Smitty. All right. Yeah, we got to go. Let me ask you this, Fred and Smitty. To be honest, Matt's come on several times and said it's a lockdown, shoe in. Travis Hunter's a Heisman, blah, blah, blah. I think it's disrespectful to Ashton Genty and at the time, these other guys. Ashton's never missed a game. He's played through injury and misses a half of football because of what he does load-wise. And we've already assumed Travis Hunter has earned this award. And we talk about disrespecting Colorado. Well, I think you're disrespecting these other guys. Why am I so wrong with that statement?
It's a two-man race. And the race, to me, is in Boise. You name somebody else outside of those two guys that's even been talked about.
Cam Ward threw himself out.
Right.
I don't believe we talk about a guy that's undefeated in Oregon and Dylan Gabriel enough. I don't understand where that just went. I don't get to be honest, the number one passer in football is at Syracuse, who just beat Miami, who was at Ohio State, who can't beat Michigan now. So, I don't get it, but I don't know shit.
Cal McCord had one really bad game. I can't remember who they played again. I think that messed him up. I can't remember. Yeah.
Travis Hunter missed 2 games, homie. And
it's a game and a half.
I think there should be a criteria. If you miss more than 1 game, you should be eliminated, in my opinion.
Well, don't try to make it up now because you just don't want Travis to win. You ain't never said that before.
No, I'm not. But it's always been that way. Hey, Fred, this motherfucker just made up 17 scenarios, but I can't make up one now.
I didn't make a rule. I didn't say I think it should be this way. I gave my opinion of why he wasn't.
But it's always been that way.
Finalist. That's just an opinion.
It's always been that way. It's always been that way. If guy misses too many games, he's always been eliminated.
Games, but he didn't miss.
He's always been eliminated.
Games,
so you missed 20% of your season, and you should be the Heisman.
Watch the tape.
Who the best player in the country?
You haven't watched NT, homie. I'm convinced.
I have. We've all watched him. It's like he's great. Why is it? Why can't I praise somebody? Why when you praise somebody else, you got to be disrespecting the other guy? Like
I'm not.
Smitty, you're D lineman by trade. That's what you do, right?
Yes, sir.
He's a running back by trade. He's being touched every freaking play, whether he's got the ball or not. Yeah. That's got to account for something, right?
It do count. Yeah, he played about 56 plays a game. That's great. But the other guy plays 114 snaps. He don't leave the field.
In 70 of those snaps, he can go without being touched.
He don't touch a soul.
That's the position. Okay, but I'm not gonna disrespect because of his position. Like that's not mine. Like that's what I play.
No, but I'm saying the guy that's being touched 80% of the time is doing it at a high level. You can't deny that.
I'm not.
He's running for two.
He's great.
He's running for 2 football fields plus a game.
He's great, but I think what it is for me, I've seen so many great running backs in college football to where maybe for me it's like it's very impressive. It's very impressive. But I've seen all time. I've seen Reggie Bushes. I grew up with I've seen these amazing running backs.
And what did Reggie do? What did Reggie do?
He ended up winning Heisman. He did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But it wasn't a Travis Hunter that year too. Like it wasn't that easy of a thing, Coach Fred. Like different years is different situations. We've literally never seen a Shador. We've never seen a Travis Hunter. That's a fact.
What was Vince Young doing?
Balling.
At quarterback. I'm saying
there was a lot of good competition that year, Smitty.
Always good competition. I'm not saying that. Every year is competition at Heisman. Duh. That's every year. That's obvious. What I'm saying is
because I'm mistaken because I'm thinking you're saying it's a runaway. I'm mistaken what you're saying.
You guys are saying it's a runaway, homie. You and Matt and Bailey have been saying it's a fucking runaway minus 10,000 for fucking 8 weeks.
I didn't say no minus. I ain't putting no odds on it. I'm telling you why I believe Travis Hunter could be the highest.
It ain't a runaway, homie.
If Travis wins, will y'all two be mad if like that?
No.
Okay. All right. Cool.
No, but I think
y'all say it's a runaway, homie, for 8 weeks after the guy missed 2 games of what Genty's doing. To me, it sounds like y'all never played football.
I'm saying like, y'all because weeks. There was a part in the season when me and you were talking on the show, and I agree. I was like, man, I think right now Ashton got him. Like it's been
what's changed?
What's changed? Run away.
What's changed? Y'all ain't beat nobody still. You lost another game. Boise's won every game, and he's been doing better. What changed? What changed, homie? Y'all lost 2 more games since that argument. Boise's won every game, and he's still done what he's done.
Who's y'all?
Your Honor, I don't think he should go to federal prison. I understand he should probably go to county jail, maybe not federal prison. He was doing it for the good of his family. They were hungry. He was just trying to get some money.
No, that's real. That's really me. Because Coach Fred, look, here go Coach Fred. Lock him up for 30 years for one crime. I don't care what it is. You don't do the crime. You don't want to do the time. I don't forgive anybody. I don't care what the situation is, what the context is. Kick that man while he's on the ground. He shouldn't have got out the car fast. Stop him on the ground.
I believe you, Smitty, but you want to rewrite the Constitution.
Coach Fred hey, you make a mistake, you gonna pay with Coach Fred. He ain't fucking around. I know your
Coach JB, before we get out of here, Coach JB, all you gotta do is say yeah and nay. If Smitty's in the room, yeah, he stole the steak, but he stole it because he was hungry. Don't look at it as him stealing. Look at it as him trying to get something to eat.
Survive.
Context matters, though. Hold on. Context do matter, Coach Fred. If I'm homeless and I'm starving and I steal a bag of chips, that ain't the same thing as somebody who living good and just out here just doing it just to do it. Context matters.
So it's his
fault. Did he not steal it?
2 things can be true, Coach.
The victim mentality is unbelievable with this month.
Oh man, my God. Glad to be back. Glad to be back.
Hey, we all hungry, Smitty. We all hungry. I can't go smash and grab, homie.
Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you, man, Coach Fred. I gotta go.
Who's calling me from Beverly Hills, homie?
Yeah, probably some money.
That ain't no money. Hey, Fred, much love. We'll see you next week, man. Drive safe with the fam. And we'll see you next week.
All right, guys.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Smitty, great debate. We could do this argument all day because you were on Genty's side. That's what's crazy.
I like Genty. I don't understand.
Don't say you like him. You were on his side.
Yeah, like that was probably week 6 or something like that. I was like, man, I think right now he should be winning.
Nothing changed though.
Yes, it has.
It's actually got worse for you.
Travis has done some spectacular things since then.
Not really.
Heisman moments, big
What have they
time
done?
plays. He just last game season had like 4 touchdowns or 2 picks. Like so much has happened since then. A lot of
Smitty, you just said though, competition matters earlier in the show, and now all of a sudden, in the worst conference in America, he's hands down runaway Heisman.
Either though, they both.
Oh man, how was he the runaway hands down?
That's the argument.
He ain't played nobody.
That's the argument. Dylan Gary was the Heisman then.
All right, let me ask you something.
Dylan Gary was the Heisman then.
Let me ask you something.
Give it to Dylan.
I said, why is he not in the consideration?
Cool then. Give it to Dylan. Dylan's the best player in the world.
No, let me ask you something though.
Come on, homie. He's eyes.
True serum right now. We got to go, but true
This is
serum.
my last
right
thing. I'm gonna just press exit out the whole thing.
Good. True serum right now. If Travis Hunter played at Georgia, Alabama against those teams every week, would he be in the same consideration?
It would be minus 30,000 favorite because now you wouldn't even have the argument that the competition level is something. He would do the same thing at an even higher level. Why? Because he got more. Hold on, and he got better teammates around him.
Stop, Smitty. That would be closer to the NFL, and he would not be able to play both ways like he is right now. Stop.
You such a hater.
Come on, man.
Shout out to you, Travis Hunter. Keep doing your thing, brother. You're going to play
damn.
both ways at the next level. P2, Patrick Peters said you can do it a certain way. There's a way in which you can do it. I see you doing it at the next level. You're going to be the Heisman. You beat all odds. Keep proving the world wrong and these haters wrong, man.
I can't wait to talk about this tomorrow.
That might be the thumbnail. Like,
we're out of here.
Lakers, that might be the thumbnail.
We're out of here. That's
wow.
He's the best coach ever.
Tomorrow might be Lakers LeBron thumbnail. Then Friday could be the thumbnail from the Thursday night game, the Vikings and the reaction to the.
Nah, we need to have MVP thumbnail soon. NFL MVP. Have another debate like this that I cook you in. Because
I disagree. I think LeBron thumbnail hit harder tomorrow.
You'll have Lamar as a leader by minus 70,000.
No, I would have Josh Allen
right Kyler Murray minus 10,000.
You'll have Jones MVP. Danny Dimes comeback player of the year. Fucking Matthew Stafford as the OG of the year. You have fucking. I be cooking your ass on here. I don't care. I don't even look at the comments half the show. I stay in a private chat, so I don't even see the haters. I be cooking your ass most of the show. I love it.
Yeah, you're not even close to cooking anything, but other than some grits, maybe.
You ain't never had nobody cook you like this before. You so used to people just being a yes man to you. I will never be a yes man. I will always go at your neck every time. Because I ain't scared of you, homie. All your other coaches are scared of you, homie.
I have you on the show, homie. I don't want to agree here. But I do still cook you, and that's what even makes the show better.
I make you better, homie.
Not really. I make you wake up and understand that the real world's going to hit you in the mouth.
Nat Town. This is for you.
That's not the hood, by the way. Hey, man, shout out to Bet US. Shout out to Skybox. Shout out to everybody. First round performance, prize picks. Everybody, man. Everybody. Shout out to everybody out there. There's 14 job openings.
Shout out to Winnable.
Hey, 14 job openings in Ball State hired a coach.
We did from Butler. Coached at NIU for when I was there for a little while. Young guy. I don't know much about him, but I'm hearing from him right now. From some of my sources, I'm hearing he's a good dude, good guy. I'm gonna reach out to him, make sure I meet him, I can get to know him. And you know what? Ball State, I might come to homecoming this next season. I'm going to come to homecoming. I'm bringing all my teammates out. It's going to be a reunion, baby. It's 2015, baby. It's a reunion of that team. Let's make it happen.
Hey, Bailey, mark this down right now. In 2 years, we're still doing the show. Ball State will be looking for a new coach. Hey, we'll see you guys tomorrow on the realest show on planet Earth. Thirsty Thursday, Truth-Telling Thursday, Tell the Truth Thursday, the day before Friday, the day after today. the night of the Vikings and the Packers. We're going to break that down with T. Rich tomorrow, Steve Kim. Don't miss it. See you tomorrow. Peace.